Nikki, you're live.
Oh. Are we live?
Yeah, we're live.
Oh, great. Perfect. Hi, everyone.
Hi. I don't even know if anybody's here. Completely.
While I'm just over here, like, not being ready to, here we are. Oh, wait. Hold on. Yep, that's what's going to happen.
I hope y'all can see everything because I can't see anything. Hi, everybody.
There we go. I turned it up so I could see you.
Okay.
Look, Mom.
Oh my God, I'm on camera with Nikki. Guys, look at this. Magic happens. Nikki's not wearing pants.
I am wearing pants.
I love that. Are you wearing pants? They're basically
shorts. I wanted to be comfortable.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so Nikki, tell everybody what you're making today.
Oh God, I would have to. Okay, so we're gonna cook some stuff today, and today I am making. What was this? It looks really good. They are called Mediterranean beef pita pockets.
Wow, extra fancy. I seem to have lost my recipe, so. Oh wait, I found it. So I'm making Korean fried chicken with what is this? What is this called? Sweet potato fries. And I'm gonna put like a honey garlic glaze. I already pre-cut all the sweet potato fries because otherwise it's not going for like 48 hours. So
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah. It sounds
So
like
I'm gonna put this in the oven and I'm gonna let you talk.
Okay. So I'm just looking at some folks. Hi you guys for coming. What's up, Amanda Sky? What's up, bitchy sarcastic mom? Zoe Sushi, how you doing, boo? We got Tanja. So glad that you guys are in here to join us. What's up, T Trigger here? Our favorite troll is here. What's up? I guess, should I get started on the cooking part? Let's see.
Yeah.
So what is it saying that I'm going to need? It says that I'm going to need things, and I like things, so that's fantastic. Boom.
Oh my God.
It says that I'm going to need ground beef and whole pitas, so...
So apparently the sauce for this chicken takes 30 minutes to prepare. I'm not as fancy as Nicky. I wrote everything on a piece of paper because I'm ghetto. What is this? I don't think I have ginger. Oh
God. No, that's totally fine.
I found some.
Substitute it for something else. What tastes like ginger?
No, I found some. I just not freshly ground. I mean, I have to freshly ground it or something.
Okay. Well, we'll make it work. Because you know what?
I'm already distraught already, and we didn't even start yet.
This isn't like, what's that show where they compete on? It's not that.
I feel like I'm supposed to already be a professional at this.
It says this is a Persian cucumber. What a sad day for cucumbers. Like, could you imagine like regular cucumbers and then there's this?
What is that? Oh, wait, my God. Okay, so I have to use Korean cucumber. Look at the size difference.
Let's see. So there's like Korean cucumbers, then there's Persian ones, and then there's...
You need to throw the whole cucumber away.
Right? Yes. Yes, what a sad day. And then carrot. It said, 12 ounces of carrot. Like, how am I supposed to know what that shakes up to be?
I don't know. 1 cup of water.
Well, I'm just gonna use like 2 of them and call it good. And then aroma tomato. It wants me to use a tomato, so I'm going to. Maybe I should. You guys want to come with me?
We're going on a trip, guys.
We're going on a trip. And then sour cream, which they put in here. It says to use 2. I like when they like put sour cream in the recipes because that generally means it's gonna be juicy.
Your food's gonna be extra moist. I'm afraid to cook with sour cream because sometimes I feel like, what if it gets all, what is it, curdled?
I think it has to basically spoil to do that. I don't know. But listen, I'm not a chef or a cook. So
I'm cooking, so that's what's important.
I'll be making, I'll be trying to make sure people don't starve up in here.
Do you ever try to teach Mocha how to cook?
No, honey, that's gonna be a strong.
Why?
There's just certain things like I always say like everybody has their strengths and they have their weaknesses, and that's why like good friendships have things where like what I am not good at, you are good at, so and so. That one, no ma'am. No,
Well,
so apparently I'm supposed to have vegetable oil and olive oil, but I'll tell you what, that is a no. That's not gonna happen. So we're just gonna pretend as if the vegetable oil is good enough.
Don't feel bad. I think my recipe calls for grapeseed oil, and I'm like, I don't have that. Peanut oil.
Yeah. No, ma'am. That's
I'm sorry, guys, if my glass cutting board disturbs you.
So it says preheat oven to 425, and since I learned, I know that needs to be taken off. And then let's wash these damn hands. Let's do that. They say you're supposed to wash your hands for 20 seconds. So
Have you actually doing
as much love as I possibly can. All right.
Nicky, I'm about to get you in trouble. How do you feel about social distancing?
You said you what?
I'm about to get you in trouble. How do you feel about social distancing?
No, you're not. I love social distancing. I'm following the rules to the T, making sure that I stay absolutely 6 feet away from everyone at all times. I just think it's something that's necessary for the entire country. The health and welfare for all of them. So please, you guys, be responsible and make sure you interact responsibly.
Thank you, Quimby, for the super chat. Put a heart emoji if you think Nicky needs to become a politician. Because that was a very
I learned from you. Who you think I learned from? Now they say you hang around the barbershop a couple times, you get a haircut.
Listen here. Don't be trying to call me out. I'm trying to live my best life.
Nobody's trying to call you out, man. Okay, so wash and dry all produce. Okay, hold on.
I'm sure that this is not enough water in this, but if it says so. 2 teaspoons of soy sauce. Oh my gosh. Teaspoon. Okay. 2 of these guys. 2 of this soy sauce. I actually don't know which one.
Quimby, I would make a terrible VP. I know my where I fall short, and that would be it. I couldn't do it. Wash and dry, trim, peel, and cut carrots into long, thin slices. I can do that. I did it the other day.
Those carrots were cut immaculately. I was very proud of you.
A box grater? What are they talking about?
Oh my god.
Like a cheese grater? That's cute. I don't have that. That's real cute, but I do not have a cheese grater. So
I'm already afraid for your dish because you don't have like half the things you're supposed to use.
Well, because why are they trying to get all fancy now? We like a month into this and we've been cool. All this stuff I've been having. Now they calling for stuff I ain't never. No, come on now. Don't be like that. Don't be like that. Out of nowhere, y'all just want to start acting up, asking for fancy stuff. That's too much. No. And then they want me to know what 12 ounces of carrots looks like. No.
You're supposed to eyeball it.
Well, that's what I'm going to do.
And most people apparently, allegedly, have food scales in their house. I don't have that.
Oh, wait, I do have a food scale. It's right here.
See, that's how you're supposed to find out what's 12 ounces.
That just seems like a lot of work.
Madam Scuttlebutt's here. Jamie's here. Tanya's here. I already said hi to Tanya. I can't scroll up on this, guys, because my scope of viewing is very limited.
Well, I guess the battery's dead. So today, I'm just going to get wet. Wash my carrying thing off. It just fell. Today, they're going to get what we give them. That's what's going to happen today.
I'm going to eat what I prepare.
Okay.
Soy sauce, brown sugar, 1/4 cup. That's a lot of vinegar. You say so, fam.
Today, they're going to have the meal they deserve.
I hope it's a good meal, because the only ones that are suffering are you and Mocha.
Okay. So is that better? It is better, but it's just like, is it better really? Okay.
This is Korean rice syrup. I've never used this before, so we'll see how that works.
I'm using the cards, and I remember why I don't like it, because they end up getting all wet. But yeah, Mediterranean beef pita pocket. I don't know. There's probably an actual name for that, but that's what we're gonna call it today.
All right.
Yeah.
This seems like a lot. I think this is like the whole bottle. They should have just said use the whole bottle of your Korean syrup. Okay. I need a cup. Look at this beautiful view, guys. This is lovely. This is like half a bottle. It's like basically sugar glass. Ah! You dropped it.
Okay, look here, sister girl. Okay, I'm just gonna use this other.
And brown sugar, white vinegar, corn syrup. Need more. I need vinegar. Where do I find it?
Dang, thank you so much for your super chat.
Thank you, Dang. Dang says, totally living for this.
What is the show that they used to do that for? Like, that was their chant.
Is it Wendy? Wendy Williams, yeah.
Now you know I love me some Wendy's.
Wendy's a whole vibe. I used to live for saying, how you doing? Every day.
I actually love Wendy Williams. Actually, like, when things go wrong in life, like, pretty much, I just think to myself, like, what would Wendy do? And I just...
That's sacrilegious. I'm sure of it.
I'm almost positive that it is, but, I mean, the thing about being trash is you don't really have to apologize for much. Mm-hmm. The expectations are already real low, so, like... What else did you want from me?
I feel you. So this syrup stuff that I'm sure I did not dice.
Hope tried it. Hope tried it says wish she could do more. Girl, anything you do is much appreciated. Now listen here. We just glad you showed up to the party. That's all that is. You know what? I'll tell y'all what. This whole corona is a big killer on the dating scene. You know what I'm saying? All dates are canceled until further notice. This is inappropriate.
See, all this is telling me is all of you should have gotten married before this pandemic happened. Then you wouldn't have had a problem. You could have stayed with your partner in the house.
Now, I said I wanted to date. I didn't say I wanted to get married.
That's the same thing.
No, it's not. It's
Trying to
not.
save your life.
No, baby. No, we ain't gonna do that today.
Why not?
No. Okay, so marriage is very forever. And forever is cool if you're gonna be cool forever. But sometimes people don't know how to be cool. People will switch on you. They'll switch up on you out of nowhere. So I'm just like, that seems like a liability. Marriage seems like a liability. I mean, I'll do it, but we need to chill out for a couple of years.
But here's the thing: you don't this way.
Look at you done it.
Wait, no.
I need to keep on the refrigerator.
Oh no, you're good. Yeah. So here's the thing: you could. Everybody, when they first start dating, they bring their representative, so it's always going to be a risk, no matter what you do.
So here's the thing: I just believe in dating for like. If we're gonna get married, it has to be because I dated you for like a couple years, and it just seems like you always were cool. Like I'm gonna date the one, or I'm gonna marry the one who was the coolest for the longest. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just gotta date the one who doesn't switch up. Like, you know what happens after you with somebody for a minute? They start nagging about bullshit that you don't care about. They just nag, complain, and you be like, oh, shut the fuck up. I can't have that. A bunch of nagging, complaining, whining. I can't do it. Okay, and apparently, married couples just love to complain at each other. Is that what y'all be doing? Tell me the truth. Do y'all just be sitting there complaining? Because that's not gonna work. And then you know what else I heard? Y'all need to tell me the truth because I need to know. Tell me in the comments. I heard when you get married, the sex go from like every day to like once, twice a week. Now listen here. I'm gonna tell y'all something honestly. You might be having sex once a week.
There's a baking sheet. I just put it in like 30 seconds ago. Yeah.
Miracle, after you backed out of that one real quick, you're like, I got nothing.
Oh my God. I wouldn't have. Amanda says I wouldn't have had what? I can't read. If you just did what I asked the first time. I asked Nick, what? I can't read. That was a conversation for you.
So someone said that we should like swap recipes and then like cook the other one's recipes. Mary, I'm pretty sure that you can cook mine because they're pretty simple. But girl, I'm not going to even sit here and lie to y'all and say that I would attempt to marry you.
I think you would be fine making this. This isn't that hard.
It isn't?
No, it's just time consuming. Like if I do all the prep work the day before, I would suffer.
Now, what y'all don't know is behind the scenes, we were supposed to do this yesterday, but we ended up not doing it yesterday, and we're doing it today. Of course, Miracle guilted me about it, but the way that she guilted me was so smooth. She was so smooth with it, but what she said is like, I pick up the tea. Like, that's my job to spot the tea. And be like, oh, there's tea. So what she said was, oh, no, that's fine. We could do it tomorrow. I'll just take all the meat that I marinated today and I'll save it. So what she was basically saying, y'all, is, Nicky, you ain't shit. You had me up here marinating meat and now you're canceling on me. But I guess it's okay. We'll use it tomorrow. Yeah. So that was the vibe. That was the mood.
I wasn't malicious or nothing.
No.
I was looking forward to it, you know?
It wasn't malicious, no. But I picked up what you was putting down, bro. Listen. Actually, I didn't know if I was gonna be able to do this and talk at the same time, but like, it's not that hard.
You just gotta make sure you don't cut yourself or burn anything.
I wonder what Vanessa Hudgens is doing right now.
Why?
You said why?
Why?
Sometimes I just think about celebrities and I think what they're doing with their life.
All right.
Like, what is Vanessa Hudgens doing right now? Especially after she made her little boo-boo about COVID-19. You know, has she had time to reflect? Has she had time to think on it? You know.
Yeah, she can stay in her corner after she said that. And then she tried to clean it up super nice, though. Did you hear her? She was like, obviously, I'm taking great concern. Rah, rah, rah. What's that line?
Well, my thing is, like, you could tell that she's not used to, like, internet apologies because it's just like, girl, you thought you were just going to apologize like a normal person and everybody was going to be like, okay. Like, that was a cool apology maybe for people who know you, who are apt to be more forgiving of simple, like, of, you know, little missteps. Like, girl, you are on the internet. People wake up ready to hate you. You need to come with it. She was not prepared.
I think it's because she's so, what is it? Who did we say? Teresa Romer's like this too. Detached, unaware. Yeah. I'm like, listen here. You guys can be in your wealth. Nobody's hating on the fact that you're wealthy, but listen here. Other people don't have the luxury of going on vacation in their house, okay?
Right.
So you're worried about Coachella. You can literally have Coachella in your backyard. Stop playing games.
And the thing is, like, I don't think anyone counted on it getting as bad as it has. Like, it's gotten pretty bad.
I don't know if I can agree with that because me and my conspiracy theorist self, I was prepared.
Oh yeah, you were buying masks off Amazon like week 1. Like, the rest of us were like, girl, what are you even talking about? What is this? What do you mean? Miracle has a drop. Y'all don't even know. Homegirl was buying masks, doing like hand washing instructional videos, which, I mean, tea, but also, I didn't know people didn't know how to wash their hands. Like, that was new.
To be honest with you, this is the safest I've ever felt as an American because now I know most people are learning how to wash their hands. So that brings me great joy.
My thing is, like, so what have you been doing for the past 20, 30 years or so?
Not washing their hands, being a detriment to themselves and the rest of society.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh my God, I need more vinegar. I think I need a bigger bowl. I need to dry this. So guys, I have a thing where I clean as I cook so that I'm not overwhelmed with stuff after. Do you do that too, Nikki, or you're just like, I'm gonna wash all these dishes after the fact?
Well, I don't wash the dishes.
Okay, well that answers that. Must be nice.
But I actually do try to clean up as I go, if I'm just being perfectly honest. If I'm being perfectly honest, I do what I can to make sure that I'm not being a complete asshole to the person. Okay, so why do these? Okay, I feel like it's unnecessary to have different types of cucumbers because these Mediterranean cucumbers taste the exact same as regular cucumbers.
I think it's because of the thickness of the skin. Look, it's different.
Okay, yeah. The skin on mine, I guess, is a little thin. Oh, they got kind of an aftertaste to them as well. So there's that. Ain't y'all tired of being locked up in the house? I mean, okay, I'm sick of it, but honestly, if I'm being perfectly honest, like I know it's for the. I'll tell you what made me real mad the other day. If you want to know about it, it didn't make me real mad, but I was just like, okay, that's inconvenient. So my workout partner, who I love to death, we've been workout partners for years, and the way I know I love him is he annoys me to no end. But I'm still like, oh, okay, but you're cool. But he just kept coming within 6 feet of me the other day, and I was like, look, bruh, you cool and everything, but you carry your ass over here again, it's gonna be some smoke in the city. It's gonna be a problem. I cannot. You're gonna have to stay on your side of the fence, little daddy, and we'll be cool. Meanwhile, okay, so I'm supposed to
Scallions, 2 carbs of garlic, teaspoon sugar. God.
I know, right? It's so much.
I'm sure with the amount of sugar and this everything diabetes.
Alright, so that's there. Wow, Fringy, I'm a messy hussy. Ain't that about a bitch? Wow.
Where is the spatula? Oh my god! Oh, there it is.
Jan said, I wish I knew what they were cooking. So here's the thing, Miracle. With Jan, you have to tell her what you're cooking at the very beginning, and then she likes to see shots of the entire process. Like, she's not here just for the dialogue. Jan wants to see, like, things happen. So the video you did the other day where you, like, panned to the food, I can tell you I didn't hear from Jan about it, but I know that she liked it. I know that she was a fan of it because she likes to see the food. She wants to know what is happening. So, Jan, I am making these, Mediterranean beef pockets is what is going to be at the end of it all. And I have already sliced my cucumber, and I am working on the tomatoes right now. And I guess on the side, there's going to be some carrot sticks. And that is the state of life right now.
And right now we have sweet potato fries that I am cooking in the oven. I'm flipping them over. I have my oil heating up because I'm making Korean glazed fried chicken. And I have a nice cucumber salad coming into formation. So, great. These were hand-cut sweet potato fries. I started this actually before we actually started getting on this live because Nicky's dish has an expected finish time for 30 minutes, and I can't cook that fast.
Well, you know, it always takes me a little extra. I think somebody pointed out it took me an hour to make grilled cheese sandwiches. So, you know, we'll probably get done at the same time regardless.
You took like 47 years, but it looks pretty, so that's what's important.
You know what? I was trying to talk to the people in the room. Okay, they appreciated the company.
Yes, I'm sure they did.
Hold on, do y'all see what I do to make sure that it's just not me cooking? Like, I want to have a dialogue. And then the minute I click off, all the buyers leaves. I swear to God, the minute I clicked off, there was somebody already in my inbox talking about, did you make grilled cheese? And I was just like, okay. You cannot apparently satisfy anyone. So from now on, I'm just going to do what I want to do, and everything else can go to hell.
As long as you're happy, that's what's important.
I mean, my tummy was very happy. The only thing I wasn't happy is I needed more.
Teaspoon soy. Did I put soy sauce in this already? Guys, did I put soy sauce in this already?
I don't know, boo. I wasn't watching.
No, I didn't.
Y'all, Madam Scuttlebutt is here. What's up?
What's up,
How you
baby?
doing? Huh?
This is fish sauce. That is not what I need.
I believe this is the first time I've met your acquaintance, ma'am.
Tablespoon. Guys, if you don't actually have a tablespoon and you want to make sure, I think it's 3 teaspoons make 1 tablespoon. So just keep that in mind. I'm not putting all the soy sauce in here. I know that much.
I'm
5.
good, Scuttle. How you doing? How you living, boo? Good, I hope.
Paper towel.
Okay, this is for Jen. The tomatoes have been cooked. Well, it was really just a tomato. Which, okay, another thing that I love about every plate is normally when I was cooking, like I always tend to overcook. Like I cook way too much. If I'm cooking for 2 people, it turns out to be like I'm cooking for like 6 people. And the thing I like about every plate is that doesn't happen. Like, so it's pretty cool. Because I don't overcook. Not that it didn't get ate, because I'm gonna eat it anyway. Oh, I'm gonna eat it. But you know, it helps.
Are you not a big leftover person?
I typically don't like leftovers. So if you see me at like a restaurant and their portions are really, really big, I will sit there and like try to stuff myself because once food cools off, I don't like to warm it up again.
I was trying to tell everybody, we had a live, what live was it? The live from the other day. It's like, what we usually do is we boil water and then we put like a ceramic plate on top. And then for certain things, and then the other stuff you can heat up in the oven and it tastes better sometimes.
Oh, like pasta. I know pasta tastes really good.
Yeah.
Like the next day.
Okay. Oh my god.
So I just learned how to mince, or I guess dice, I don't know, dice, mince, whatever we're calling it, with garlic. And it's a love-hate relationship. I love that I learned how to do it. I hate that sometimes it's so damn persnickety. It's like an orange. You have to peel the layers off, which I guess is fine. I really like no, what was I gonna say? Y'all know what though? I've just come to terms with the fact that I don't much enjoy citrus flavors. I wish I did, because everybody else loves them, and I'm just like, oh my, what's that thing where like you hate to see things with like holes and stuff? What? There's a thing, and,
I don't want to hear it. No.
I just look at it. Look at it, Miracle. Look at it. Oh my god, it's creepy. So I'm gonna turn it the other way while I try to do this because
because we'll start itching uncontrollably. Don't do that to me.
Yeah, that was creepy. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it.
Oh, I forgot the garlic. Oh my god.
But the one thing that I am realizing about this whole food thing is even if you mess up, it still ends up tasting generally pretty good. Like
generally, if you know what you're doing.
Yeah. Like even if you mess up, in the end you're just like, it's okay.
Is this even heating up? Hello?
Ow! Almost cut my damn self.
Where's my garbage bag? Okay, am I the only one who does this in your house? When I'm cooking, I put like a plastic bag right next to the sink so I can gather all the garbage at one time so I can throw it away.
I didn't before, but I'm gonna do it now because when you see a good idea, sometimes you should use it. That's
how you save time. so you don't have to touch your garbage can while you're cooking and stuff.
So while we're cooking, you guys, let's ask you a question. What is the dumbest thing that's happened on YouTube or Twitter all week? What is just something really dumb? Because I do this thing that sometimes I just zone out for my own sanity. Unless there's a really good story. Oh my God, this weekend's story, by the way, not to, shameless self-promotion, but this weekend's story is so good. Like, y'all are going to be shooketh.
Shooketh?
You're going to be shooketh the house.
Are we allowed to ask for any hints?
Some hints are it's something that nobody is expecting. It kind of flew under the radar, and it's not one of the usual suspects.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's just like, it's the story that people needed to hear but didn't know that they needed to hear. It's kind of a good message. Y'all, I need to go on a date. It's been weeks. What the F?
You're a fiend.
Like, I can't. Like, sometimes you just enjoy, like, because here's the thing. Like, you just enjoy a fun little flirt. You know what I'm saying? Like, you enjoy the flirtation of it all. Sometimes the unexpected, I don't know what's going to happen or where this is going to go. It's like the funnest part of it. And then it's just like, well, everybody who I already know what's going to happen. So it's just like, oh, do FaceTime dates? I mean, I guess. I guess I could. Yeah, no, that's a really good idea. That's a really good idea. It is.
Okay, I think I'm done with this cutting. So according to the recipe, you're supposed to put hot sauce with this, but my family won't eat it. So I don't think I'm gonna do it.
You know what I miss? I miss there was a time where like trendy restaurants were putting sriracha on everything. I really miss that.
Sriracha's the truth.
Sriracha is the truth. I love sriracha. It's my favorite. That's
Wait, go ahead.
No, go for it.
No, I wanted to roast everybody who's watching this live. For all of you who actually believe I dipped my cookies in sriracha, I don't like you. I just be finding ugly pictures on the internet of food, and I like to convince people that's what I actually do with my real meals. Let's see. Put a jalapeno emoji if you think I should put the hot sauce in this, because it looks pretty, but I think it needs red.
Okay, so sometimes I see like on YouTube they'll have like, I'm just gonna say Asian. I think that's Asian cooking dishes, and what I notice is they're so intricate and there's so much attention to detail. I could never recreate it because I noticed they'll spend like a lot of time on one detail that you can't even observe in the finished product, and I'm just like, absolutely not. That would just make me mad. That would irritate my entire soul. I'd be like, so I wasted time is what you're telling me. Thanks. Thanks a lot.
I'm listening. I'm just trying to multitask.
Listen, boo, I get you. You gotta do what you gotta do. Okay, so how do you zest a lemon? Can you help me understand that?
Do you have a grater?
Oh, nope.
Yeah, sure. What you could do is use a serrated knife. I don't really recommend this unless you know what you're doing. You take the serrated knife and then you graze like this. You just want to flick on the skin.
Oh.
Yeah, because you just want the... Or you could just squeeze the lemon a little bit and just flick it on there. That too.
Exactly. That's what I'm gonna do. Because you know what? Sometimes things get a little too fancy for me. It's a little too highfalutin if you're asking me, honey.
I think I can turn this down. Okay.
How's it going out there, y'all? How y'all doing? Diced tomato zest and quarter lemon. Okay. So this is supposed to go in the oven. Oh, I guess I never preheated it. What? I have cabin fever. Sweetie, you and me both. What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? How are we gonna get out of this, man? I didn't preheat the oven. Like.
Really?
No.
Nicky! So basically, is what you're telling me is I could have took my time. Is what you're telling me, basically.
Yeah, I forgot. You know what? Here's the thing. Life happens, right? Like, life's hard. Get a helmet. Sometimes you nail it. Sometimes you don't. Whatever. So guess what? I'm just going to stand here and chill out. You know, how are y'all doing? Everybody good? Everybody great? That's fantastic. I think because it's Friday, I'm going to open up a bottle of Jack Daniels and take myself to the living room, have a nice little dance around the kitchen, around the living room table. It's going to be very romantic. I might go all the way. Not sure yet. Yeah. I remember to take out the pot this time, though. So am I really getting better? Okay. I'm going to just sprinkle a little bit more seasoning on top of this because why not? Life is short. If I'm realizing nothing else to this whole sort of pandemic that we're having, it's just like, don't put off tomorrow what you can do today. And don't spend any time fretting over things that are not going to matter because honestly, there is no point. There is no point. Okay, so I put that in there for 20 minutes. And then it says, meanwhile, in a small bowl, combine the tomato. So I'm going to come up for Jan. I'm combining the tomato and the cucumber. And I guess the zested lemon juice. And it says a drizzle of olive oil, but whatever. They're going to get what I give them.
Basically. I felt that.
They're going to get what I give them. I love that when I read the instructions, I forgot just about as soon as I read it. So the tomato goes in there, as well as the cucumber goes in there.
Where are we going to put this? I didn't think this through. I don't have anywhere to put this. Okay. I need counter space.
Wait a minute. So,
So guys, it's common for my friends to hear me start screaming uncontrollably in the kitchen because usually I'm about to die. But today I'm doing pretty well.
I mean, this is exponentially better. Like, this is pretty good.
For me, yes, it is.
Yes. You're doing great, sweetie.
Thank you for your encouragement. I appreciate it. I didn't break anything today.
Nope. You're doing real
I
good.
didn't scream that much.
I have a feeling that this shit is gonna be like good as F.
I need more counter space, Nikki. What am I gonna do?
You gotta start making out with more carpenters in your spare time.
Wow. I'm telling Jordan.
I was just thinking to myself, I was like, yeah, then Jordan kills me for saying that. Great. Great. Fantastic. Just, you know what? I've been always so good at making friends. So you guys, a little secret of mine, whenever a recipe calls for salt and pepper, I just substitute this because it's good. It seasons things in a way in such a manner that I like. So yeah, salt and pepper, boom. Tony, Shea Shiraz. Anyway, it's famous Italian seasoning. It's good. And then, so that's for the first bowl. And then in the second bowl, I guess that other part of that cucumber that I didn't cut up because I was like, I don't like cucumbers that much. I'm not going to need a whole second one. Oh, life comes quick, don't I'm still never going to get over the fact that they consider this a cucumber. Like, there is no substitution for a nice cucumber word, and this is not it. Look at this. Whew, bad day.
Okay, I think I'm gonna move you guys. I think we're going on a trip, guys. Who's ready for a trip?
Oh, yeah, let's go on a trip.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Where you guys are probably gonna melt right there, yeah.
I don't know. Is the government allowing us to do that right now?
I don't know.
God.
Are you guys turning? I love that for us, says Amanda. I love that for you guys too. Okay, I can show you what the sauce looks like. Let's see. Okay, so this is the sticky sauce that's gonna go over the chicken. I did it halfway so it doesn't dry out, but it's gonna be extra sticky, and we love that.
We always feel like it's sticky.
I like how Moki can literally come in and say hi.
Right?
It's like bump that. I'm
not out here to help me cook is what the hell you can do. Since you want to be so helpful. All my life I had to fight.
Goodbye. Okay, we have our oil precariously here. You guys can't even see anything at this angle anyway, so why do I have you positioned here where you can fall and die? Let's not do that.
Did I really say I don't like cucumbers? Because they're kind of good.
Goodbye. You don't know what you like.
That's a mouthful there, sister.
Goodbye. This is good enough. You guys can see somewhere. I don't know.
So is that supposed to be two? You know, it's a sad day where they have to put contains milk on the sour cream container. Like, there's a little warning label that says contains milk, and I'm just like, well, what the hell else does it contain?
This is like, Okay, so I'm gonna let y'all in on the secret. So according to this recipe, the way that Korean fried chicken gets so crunchy is one, instead of using cooking flour, they use potato starch and then they double fry. So you're gonna fry this 2 times and clog up all your arteries.
Logan, do you remember when you were cooking pasta not too long ago? And you burned the bottom? I don't know what it was, but y'all, hold on. This is my camera right here, my bad. I woke up in the morning and like I could smell that something had gone awry. I was like, oh no, something has gone terribly wrong. And then I come in and literally there's a pot in the sink and all of the non-stick coating has just like slid off of the pot.
No.
Yeah. Okay, in a second bowl, combine with sour cream, grated cucumber, and a squeeze of lemon juice. More lemon juice. Great.
How are we gonna make this work?
Perfect. Okay, so I'm supposed to combine it, which I'm guessing by anyone's standards means stir that shit. So let's do that.
I need another bowl. I've run out of space.
Oh, this is going to be good too. I'm excited. Now I'm actually hungry. I wasn't, but now I am. Okay, turn up. All right, so. Goo punch. Goo punch. Ooh, I was a little heavy-handed with the seasoning there. All right, guys, so I got this sort of. Now, keep in mind that these cucumbers were supposed to be like grated and I didn't. So I got that concoction, this concoction. Love that for me. Then I'm supposed to get around to cooking the meat. So it says heat a drizzle of oil, which really confuses me because meat sort of makes its own drizzle. So I don't know why I'm.
Well, what type of, you're making beef, right?
Yeah.
Beef is, well, it depends on the slab of beef, but usually I'm pretty sure it's not as fatty.
Gotcha.
So you need the high fat. Unless you got that, top line.
Yeah, Sharon, I kind of just sliced it instead of grating it because, life's tough.
I was trying to be cute and use these tones, guys. It's not really working out, so.
Okay. Well, it's seasoned, I'll say that.
I just cleaned the stove and I'm making a mess.
That's what I don't like about domestic work.
Is the amount of mess.
Just for somebody to make a mess.
At least this time it's my fault.
Yeah, it's usually my fault too. In fact, if there's a mess in the kitchen, unless it's shot glasses and wine, it's my fault.
You just told them, Mocha.
Well, I'm just saying. I'm just keeping it real. Shit.
Oh, I'm gonna need more of this cornstarch. Oh my god. This is a lot of work. Never again. Guys, remind me not to make this again. This cornstarch is freaking better than regular flour. I think this might be a secret, guys. This might be something you gotta do all the time.
Ooh, I'm coming up with questions in my head to ask you while we eat.
Okay.
They're gonna be fun.
I'm excited and nervous all at the same time.
You should be.
Wow.
You bet your sweet ass, baby. You should be. Is it sad that I'm already thinking about dinner?
I mean, you're cooking, so wait, is this lunchtime for you?
Yes.
Oh my God. You gotta do this all over again?
Yep.
I don't feel bad for you.
You know what? People generally never do. I'm not a person that evokes sympathy very well. That's okay. It's my lot in life.
Guys, I'm getting tired of putting this in here. I think I'm gonna just give up. I'm getting really tired of this. This gotta be the best chicken I ever ate in my life.
Yeah, so mine probably has a good 10 minutes left.
10 minutes?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I knew I should have just started before. I should have just made half this stuff before getting on call with you.
Okay, baby. While I eat and you cook, you know, we can have a little conversation.
Must be nice. I have probably another 35 minutes. So maybe we'll just let you ask all your questions, and I'll answer. We'll have everybody help generate some questions for Nicky.
Oh yeah. But
yeah.
Okay, so you guys have questions for me, so you can ask them while I'm eating. But don't type them now. Like, keep them in your head, so that way when I go to eat, I can answer them. And then we'll do the same thing with Miracle. But I got some questions of my own for Miracle.
Wow, I'm frightened. Make sure you have endless amount of questions for Nicky, so he never gets to ask me his. Oh my God, this is hot. It's hot over here.
Xylee, baby, if you're here, I just want you to know I wore this outfit specifically for you.
So she could call you a hussy?
So she could call me a hussy. It's the only time I get attention from her is when she's correcting me.
That sounds just like a mom. Auntie Xylee. I think I gotta turn the fire down. Not trying to burn.
It tastes very Mediterranean. Okay.
Let's turn down the flame. You can't catch no fires in this house. Can't do that.
That was the goal, and we did it.
Let me turn this on. I'm sorry to disturb you guys, but I gotta let you suffer for like 30 seconds.
You guys see how she apologizes to you guys for making you suffer?
I don't apologize to them. You won't mind. I decided that you won't mind.
Until pliable, half crosswise to form pockets.
Well, if you think of it this way, if my house catches on fire, then there's no more life. So.
Well, I mean, you have a point there. You have quite the interesting point. Okay, so it says wrap in a damp paper towel. How else would you do it? Oh, there's Eiley is calling me a hussy. You know what? Wow. Well, never gets old. There we go. And it says to get this 30 seconds.
Okay. Hey, Key.
What's up?
I'm gonna turn this back up and then we're gonna fry these.
You're gonna turn it up so you can do what?
Fry them.
Okay.
I hate you. Stop it. Alright, that's enough. I'm scared. Calm down, calm down, calm down, calm down.
Calm down.
Ah! 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 You need to relax, okay? I'm scared.
You guys are not following the instructions. You're writing the questions now. You're supposed to save them.
Scared.
What are you scared of?
I hate it. You darn, it's deep fried. Ah! The flame is too hot anyway. I'll let you guys look at Nicky while I'm trying not to die.
Are you dying? What's happening over there?
I'm afraid I'm about to die, so we can just ask Nicky questions.
No, it's not time to ask me questions yet. I still concentrate.
Relax. Relax. I'm literally about to die here.
Chelsea says she just realized she doesn't feel bad for you right now. Same.
Dude, be easy. You're too scary. I think I gotta wait for this to calm down. The fire's too hot.
All right, so I'm just filling this pita thing with all of the concoctions that I've made thus far.
Uh-huh.
It looks like it's gonna be pretty good, but at this point I'm pretty hungry, so that's not saying much. So right now it's looking like this. Actually, I'm all about this right now. I think it actually turned out pretty well. I just have to save enough for a mocha. Because she will want some too whenever she becomes available. So I'm gonna put a portion of this in the fridge. That way, whenever she feels like having herself a little snack, if she does. This is pretty early for her. So here's the other half. And I'm going to take the carrots out of the oven. And about an hour ago, I put the carrots in the oven. Here they are.
Hot. Are you really almost done?
Look.
Wow.
Finished.
That's pretty nice. Guys, take a screenshot. So Nikki, you gotta make sure you take a picture.
Okay. Taking a picture. I think I'm actually gonna like this. I don't know. Let's see. It always kind of depends. Okay, so I'm just gonna set this on the table.
So guys, this is what the first round of frying looks like. So it's nice and golden brown. And then the second fry is really to cook it.
And I'm gonna put this in the fridge for mocha for later. And I'm going to put the meat in the microwave. Because in a few hours, and I don't know. I'm really weird about my meat. I don't like it to cool all the way off before. Like, I just don't like to have it cool to a cold point and then warmed back up again. I don't know. I'm a weirdo. Oh, so there was this Turkish spice that I was supposed to put in there. I guess I missed that. That was probably important to the process, but that's fine. Here's what I'm going to do. Nope. It was not. In fact, that Turkish spice gave it that flavor that I don't typically like in that type of food, so I'm glad I left it out. Is it weird that I put my scissors in the dishwasher? It needed to happen. Oh, come on a journey with me, guys. Turn some of these lights off because lights are not free. And what am I gonna do? I'm gonna sit you guys right here. Now you'll have to forgive me about the lighting. But I will keep you all a bit of company whilst, actually, I wonder if I could do this. Ah, that's probably better, right? Miracle, how's it going over there, Mama?
I think it's arriving.
Good. Okay, y'all. So now it is time to see if it's actually any good.
Is it yummy?
Mm-hmm. You know, this isn't half bad. Mm-hmm.
So would you eat it again?
I would eat it again, yes. Mm-hmm. So you see, you guys, it's got the cucumbers and the tomatoes and but you know, because this is like a Mediterranean dish, I'm betting it would be even better if someone who knew what they were doing actually did it. Mm-hmm. This is really good. I like this. Yeah, I do. It took me a minute to figure it out, but then I had a bite that had more of the cucumber / sour cream mixture in it, and that really brought it to life. So, anyway, what's up, y'all? How are y'all doing? Good? Oh my, I must be really comfortable because I almost never like eat in front of people. It's just this thing that I have. Like, have you ever like maybe you don't get along with someone so well, and then you see them eating, and it's just like, look at him eating like he owns the joint. I don't know. Probably just a me thing. I almost like the cucumber, sour cream, tomato vibe more than I like the meat, which is weird because usually, you know. You know, this ain't half damn bad. This ain't half damn bad. It's pretty good, actually. And then the carrot, you know what? I did not know that carrots could be so enjoyable. Because if you eat them plain, they kind of have like that back kick. Like, it touches you like right here. And it's like that bland, like, aftershock. But these cooked kind, they're really good. I did not know carrots could be so good. But they are. Like, what? This is insane. They're really good. Miracle, I don't hear you banging around in the background. What's going on?
I'm washing dishes. Give me a second.
You know what? Jan, I think you're right. Seafood would be really good in this. Like some shrimp. Okay. I don't mind it. What did you guys have for lunch? Anything good? Miracle, this is actually good.
Yeah.
And then pita bread is actually good too, which I didn't know.
What would you rank it?
On a scale of 1 to 10, I'd give it like a 7. I'd give it a solid 7.
Wow.
And for me, that's really good because I typically don't like Mediterranean food or also I haven't had very many Indian dishes that I enjoy. So, but I have a friend who made me curry one time, and I was just like, listen, before you make this curry, I don't want to be rude. I'm telling you, I'm going to eat it because you're going to go through all this work of making it. but please don't be surprised if I dislike it because I just don't like curry. He was like, what do
You
you
don't
not
like
like
curry?
about it? No, I don't. And before he cooks,
No,
tell me what
everybody
you don't
likes
like
curry.
about it. And I told him, I was like, I don't like how sometimes the meat tastes sweet, like it has a cinnamon flavor to it. I don't really like that. And there was something that he did that by the time it got to me, he made it spicy the way I like it, but it didn't have that sweet flavor. And I've never heard that again. I've never had that again, but it was really good.
Why don't you have you still have a way to get in contact with our friend?
Mm-hmm.
So make them make it again.
I mean, yeah, of course. Or I just ask him what's his recipe.
That's true. But if it's like a family recipe, some people are mad stingy about that and they like bump that.
True. But here's my thing. And I think it comes into play with a lot of stuff because, like, even like on like, you could take it like for us with like content creators on YouTube. It's just like taking someone's idea or taking someone's recipe or something like people get mad like tight about that, and I'm just like, well, if what you do is really good, then you don't really have to worry about somebody taking your idea because even if they or taking your idea, taking your recipe, or doing something that you do, I don't know, because even if you're really good at what you do, then even though they have the formula, they won't be able to do it like you do it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So like, there's nothing new under the sun. You know? So it's gonna be kind of difficult to prove that anybody originated at anything. But I think what these, you see why I don't eat on camera? I think what these creators should do is like focus on bringing something new to the table. Or not something new to the table, but with such a style and flair that it's like it's not the same unless you do it. You know what I'm saying? Because like even with our videos, Miracle, like everybody covers tea. You know what I'm saying? You know how many tea channels there are? Like I haven't counted, but there's a bunch. I think the important thing is like you do it in such a way where it can't be replicated.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I'm not on that level yet.
You have like a uniqueness about you.
What?
I think.
Well, that's so nice. Get you a friend like Nicky, guys. Make your head all big.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Like,
listen to the second fry.
Let me read. I don't know that I've ever had Cantonese food. I'm not sure. Am I buffering still, you guys? Jan said I was buffering. This is really good. Oh, it says you're... Oh, I'm missing out on the Cantonese food. I would try it. Would it be like... Would Cantonese food be like... Is it like Asian food? If so... This is extraordinarily good. I like it. But if Cantonese food is like Asian food, I love anything Asian. Like, oh God, I'm gonna get in trouble. Pat Mandu says, it's amazing. My parents lived in Singapore and my mom learned how to cook some amazing dishes and she taught me. Oh my God. We have to have a cooking party now where we all just get together and eat food that we cook for each other. I'm down for the cause. Oh my God, I love pho so much. It's so good. Xylene here talking shit. Oh, no, not me, so it's okay. Yeah, pho is so good. I love pho. There's this pho restaurant that is a couple of miles from my house. Well, it used to be really good. I don't know what it's like anymore because, haven't been outside in 5 years.
You are suffering so much.
It was great. Remember Sunshine? Man, I'll never complain about a traffic jam again. Who knew this was going to be so good? Or I'm really hungry.
Nice to eat and enjoy your food. I said it must be nice to eat and enjoy your food.
Oh, yours is coming. Oh. It'll be here in no time. Madam Scuttlebutt, what are the scoots? Uh-oh. Oh, I don't want to know right now. They call those the scoots? Yeah, I don't really have a soft stomach. Some people are like, oh, not while I'm eating. And I'm just like, oh, okay, well, I mean. The scoots, that's cute.
Sorry.
That's super cute. Miracle, you look like your food is still cooking.
Thank you, Nikki. Thank you so much. If I could cuss you out, I would. But this is a family channel. Did you guys start asking Nikki his personal questions? Did Nikki freeze, or is it just my camera? Oh my god. Is Nikki frozen? He did freeze in a very unfortunate position. Guys, pray for Nikki. He's having a very difficult moment because he kept making fun of me. And then if I believed in karma, I would say this is karma, but I don't believe in it. So it's just really unfortunate. Yeah. If you leave, you can come back, Nikki. That was really sad. Guys, when I tell you he's gonna have to leave like you did. Yeah, I don't know why that happened. Nikki, if you click the same link, you can rejoin if you're still there. Otherwise, you're just gonna have to see me suffer while I cook, guys. I'm so sorry. I'm not as entertaining. And I think I gotta fry this a third time. I'm so tired of frying food. I'm so tired. I'm suffering. What happened? Let me see. I can't. Oh, Oh, thank you, Kat. Thank you. No, Nicky's face was better than mine though. He was ready, he was prepared. Me, I'm like, thank you for talking to everybody so I could just scream in my misery in silence. Because I'm so tired of frying food. And I have to do this one more time. I'm making Korean fried chicken with the garlic ginger honey glaze, and I have sweet potato fries with cucumber salad because we need something to break up all the fattiness from all this fried food. Oh, I'm tired. What are you guys making for dinner / lunch today? Let me know. I don't know if the chat is actually coming in live because it's coming in mad delayed for me. I'm not sure why. Let me see. Show. Oh, basil rolls. That's fancy. I don't know why it's selecting what you said, Scuttlebutt, but it was important. Yeah, I've been on this Korean food kick because I really like Korean food like a lot. So this week is actually my first week cooking it. Usually I just go to my favorite restaurants and have the food there. But obviously because of this little situation we got going on in this country worldwide, I can't go there. Is this fire on hot enough? I hate cooking with oil. It causes me great amounts of anxiety. I'm gonna wait till that heats up a little bit and then do the second fry for this. Homemade pizzas. You gotta drop a recipe. I love chicken caprese. That is really refreshing. Okay, chicken's going in the fryer again. The lady whose recipe I'm following, she says that when you're making this chicken, it has to make a shh noise when it's done. So it hasn't made that noise yet. Right? I'm scared someone will hawk a phlegm glove on my food. I mean, it can happen anytime, but I'm more sensitive to it. Yeah, no, I get it. Because people are extra salty too. The fact that they have to stand there at work and people keep coming in their restaurants, I would be mad too. But I'm not stealing nobody's food. You gotta be a special type of nasty to do that. So I'm gonna fry half and half of this because I feel like if the pot's overcrowded, it's not gonna cook all the way, and then I'm gonna be even more stressed. I'd rather have burnt food than raw food. Oh, Nicky's back. I would be mad too, but I'm not stealing nobody's food. I'd be a special type of nasty to do that.
Sorry, y'all.
I can hear myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. Hi, everybody. Had some technical difficulties. I was framed. Of course, as per usual, none of it was my fault. And that's what I'm sticking to.
Yeah, you would stick to that. Oh my god, my sauce is solid. What do I do?
Alright, I'm full and I'm full.
How do I do this? The lady said this would happen. I didn't read that part of the recipe.
Okay, so you guys, if you save up any questions, now would be the prime or ideal time to ask those bad boys as Miracle gets finished with her. Like Miracle, here's the thing. Miracles is taking longer, but what you have to realize is perfection takes a long time. You know, Rome wasn't built in a day. You know.
What are you even talking about?
while I sit here eating my, pita sandwich that is now gone. It was fantastic, but it's no longer here. Miracle is still working on her beautifully crafted recipe that is going to taste like, angels descended from the heavens and cooked it themselves. That's just how life is.
Because all of the sauce for this thing has solidified and caramelized in the pan, and I didn't read the part of the recipe because it says, I broke the wooden spoon! No! My spoon! I didn't know that was okay. The recipe said this would happen, but I didn't read what it said to do when it did happen. Oh, this is why you read the whole recipe, guys.
Oh, shit, that's refreshing.
I can't believe I broke my wooden spoon.
That's good.
That broke my heart. I love that wooden spoon.
I'm sorry. Guess what? I know what someone's getting for Christmas.
A wooden spoon? I don't want
Wooden spoon.
I don't want it.
Oh, Auntie Miracle is gonna have a fit.
She won't know. Because you're not gonna tell her.
I guess the one thing that is good about this is like after you eat now, you can totally take a nap.
Must be nice.
I
It must be so nice to you. You know?
No.
Because what I have to do, I have to clean the rest of the kitchen. Isn't that so nice for you? So nice. Must be nice to be Nicky, guys. Just Nicky having a perfect time, being his perfect self in this perfect world with his perfect everything. Because nothing ever goes wrong in Nicky's life. Nicky's perfect.
Oh, really? Give it a week. Give it a week. Promise. I promise.
Give it a week.
Those words.
Never.
Gonna happen. That's how it goes. That's how it goes.
Am I supposed to add more water to this? Is that how it? Nicky, go online and go to this lady's website so I know what I'm doing.
What website is it?
I don't know. I forgot how to say her name. No. Oh no, it's loosening up. It's loosening up. I think I'm doing it right. Never mind. I don't need your help.
You're generally doing it right if it's loosening up. I'm just saying.
It's doing it right. That's how it's supposed to be.
Oh God. Y'all, I got a case of the sillies. That's what I got. I think I was supposed to work out today.
Were you?
Yeah, I'm actually supposed to do it every day, but
I think you need to stay in the house.
yeah, no, absolutely. Oh, hold on real quick.
Did you end up ordering those dumbbells off of Amazon?
What are you doing? Oh, wait.
Guys, I want you to know I really, really suck at making fried chicken, so it never looks pretty. So nobody judge me on that. Thanks. Appreciate you.
Oh yeah, how'd that go?
Okay, guys, I got the sauce to loosen up again. Look at that. I'll show you because I'm so proud that it loosened up all over again. It's going to spill all over my body and then I'm going to cry. So let's forget that. Just know it loosened up. This lady said it takes 12 minutes to fry this the first time. This took me 2 hours to make this one meal. And Nikki froze again, and I'm depressed, and I don't know what's going on. Nikki, I'm gonna need you to go to a different part of your house where the Wi-Fi works. So I don't know what it is about people in Texas using up all the internet and all the bandwidth, acting like people aren't trying to do a live here. Oh, you're back again. Oh my God. Always looking great when frozen. Goodbye, Chelsea. Oh, this one might make the shush noise, like the lady said. Guys, I think I did it right. I'm so pleased. It looks pretty dark, but that's okay. I know, Nikki's too busy flirting on the phone with somebody. Clap your hands. Oh, I have to. Hold on. After I'm done playing with this oil, Chelsea, because I'm afraid that I'm accident prone and I might accidentally burn myself. Nikki, don't do it again. What is you doing?
Listen, it's hard out here in these streets.
I think you need to sit down and contemplate your life.
Do I?
Yes.
I be thinking about life sometimes.
Yeah, a little. I think you're thinking about the wrong part of life right now, Nikki.
Am I?
Yes. My foot.
Are you sure?
Yes, I'm absolutely sure.
Most parts of life are real good, so I don't know.
You need to prioritize something else.
Huh? What?
The general.
See, how you know I wasn't taking like a conference call for work or something? You assumed, you know.
What did I assume, Nikki?
I don't know. You tell me what you assumed, and I'll
I
tell
don't
you.
know. I know you weren't talking about working
assumed.
out. You have too much of a smile to be thinking about burning carbs and calories. Have a nice day.
You know, but it just brings a smile to my face to think about working out.
Put a peach emoji if you think Nikki is a hot blazing mess. I just need to see how many people agree with me at this time.
Wow. I better not see no peaches. I know that.
47 peaches in this chat.
Ain't no peaches in this chat.
I'm gonna see that. It's gonna light up in a second. If you think Nikki,
the only person who's gonna give you a peach is Ziley.
I feel like you're the only one.
Overprotective.
Thank you.
Okay.
Chelsea, all your friends
Know
you.
Think you have friends. Wow. You think you have
Yes.
friends?
Messy. Messy.
Wow.
Wow.
Wow. Okay. Great. Great. I see how this is going. Wow.
Everybody knows.
Everybody, what do they know, Miracle? What do they know?
They
What do
know
they
you're a
know?
hot blazing mess.
You know what? That's fine. I'll be a hot mess express if it calls for it. If the situation calls for it, that's what I'll be.
Okay. Fine. Thank you.
It just so happens that I haven't seen a situation that didn't call for it.
Yeah, okay. I bet you haven't seen it.
When I see a situation that doesn't call for, then I'll respond accordingly. But there's always an opportunity. There's always a chance to just be your
Nicky, who are
best.
you lying to?
Huh?
Because you don't even believe what you're saying right now, so I don't know who you lied to.
First off, I don't lie. Okay.
Okay, what do you fib? You fib? Is that what you do?
No,
You don't tell the whole truth. Is that what it's called?
The only time I tell only half of the truth is when I only know half of the story.
So you don't know your full story right now? That's why you lying? Is that what it is?
I mean, because there are always details that are developing in the background, And so as of right now, I'm not being a hot mess,
Do you guys appreciate Nicky telling you a whole lie?
Wow.
Let us know right now in the comment section.
Wow. So do you love right now how Miracle is leading? This is a leading question. You're leading the jury. Wow.
I'm not leading anything. I have no law degree. I don't even know how to do that. You wouldn't have to worry about the jury being led if you weren't lying. How about that?
Wow. You know what? It's crazy. It's crazy. Wow. Wow.
You're saying a whole lot of nothing right now.
Wow. It's just, you know what? I'm gonna pray for you. That's all you can do in certain situations.
Yeah, okay.
That's all you can do, Talk to the Lord, pray for him.
I'm gonna pray for you.
Please do. Every day I need it.
Yes, you do.
I need it. I need all the prayer. All the prayer and the positive words and everything. All the good things that you can put out into the universe and say, say that. Do that.
Do it all for Nicky, guys. Nicky is asking for your hand in prayer today.
I'm asking for a reason. It's necessary and proper. Wow. I like the good person in me is just like, maybe you should go clean up the kitchen a little bit. I think I will.
Thank you so much for your assistance.
I mean, here's the thing. I'm like just like a good sport.
I know all the time. If I could just be a little bit like Nicky, I think I would be a better person in this world.
Come on now, give it up for Miracle. Yes. Yes, exactly. There's the ticket. I mean, some people do not get the love that they deserve, and I am one of those people. If we're just being perfectly honest about it. Like, I mean, come on now, come through. Come through. I'm just putting it out there.
I can't stand you.
You love me. Here's the thing.
Yeah, I do, but I can't stand you at the same time.
No, here's the thing. You love me. Xylee loves me. I mean, it's so obvious and transparent. It's just, and I appreciate the love. Madam Scuttlebutt said them basil chicken springs rolls smell something good. Oh, is that what you're cooking?
That's not. Oh no, that's what Madam Scuttlebutt's cooking.
Oh, okay. Okay, that's what's up. That's always what's up.
Oh my God. Oh, we made Madam Scuttlebutt hungry while we were cooking up a storm in here. I have grease all over this stove.
That's the thing about cooking with grease.
I hate it. Never again.
It
I'd
gets
rather starve.
man.
Now all this cleaning to do. And then I have to make this look presentable before I show you guys too. This is distressing.
So the thing I love about every plate.
Do you have a sponsorship with these people?
Not sponsored. Ooh,
So what do you love about her so much?
Who's a liar now, Miracle?
What do you mean?
I don't know, but I think she's throwing out an accusation.
I'm asking you if you have a sponsorship. It's not an accusation. I'm asking. That's a question.
No, I'm talking about Amanda. Amanda said something.
Oh.
Amanda said, "Now who's the liar, Miracle?" I don't know what she's
What?
talking about.
What do you mean, Amanda?
I think she has something to say. Amanda, do you have something hopefully incriminating to say about Miracle?
She doesn't. That's why I'm interested. Let me find out.
Oh, never cooking with grease again, her ass. Yeah, I know.
Wow. I mean,
This
Amanda,
one lies. So
if
many
Amanda could stop eating meat for 10 years, for 3 years, then I could stop cooking with grease. I never said I would stop eating grease. Okay.
Hmm.
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 Oh my God, my butt cheeks falling asleep. Ugh.
Good. That means we can end the live soon and we don't have to look at the finished product. Thanks for joining us, guys.
Oh, no, Miss Mama. No, ma'am. They did not come here and watch us for almost 2 hours for you not to show what this food is looking like.
We already saw what yours looked like. That's what everybody came for.
Oh. T-Shot said Miracle had a whole lot to say. That hour-long grilled cheese, but the tea is,
Excuse me. I made fried chicken. I made a sauce from scratch.
So you're admitting that you had a whole lot to say because earlier you were saying that you didn't have a whole lot to say.
Actually, that was
so. Which one is it? Did you have a lot to say or did you not have a lot to say, Miss Miracle?
I plead the fifth.
Oh, fifth. Okay, now we pleading the fifth. Wow. Wow.
You have no proof.
I have no proof.
You have no proof. Xylee has nothing to tell you.
Where you at?
Miss Xylee Star has nothing to tell you.
Okay.
Exactly.
All right. She gonna sing. What? Who?
Y'all better leave Miracle alone.
We have the tape. We have the tape.
Y'all better
we have the tape. We have the tape. Take the test.
Y'all better leave me alone.
Xylee, wasn't Miracle the one that had a whole lot to say about my hour-long grilled cheese?
No, it was Xylee who had a lot to say.
Because Xylee said that she didn't say it.
I didn't say anything. I don't like this. I feel like everybody's ganging up on me.
Oh, now she feels ganged up on Truth. Now she feels ganged up on.
I'm frightened.
Okay. Interesting.
I'm scared.
Oh. She's scared now.
You're bullying me.
Oh yeah, Xylee said it was definitely you. And she said Amanda too. And she said Andre was in on it. So all that wow. So do y'all see what I go through behind the scenes?
You see how Jane is loyal and friendly?
Huh?
You ain't coming in a cookout, none of you except for Dave. Dave's the only one who can get a plate of food. Dave's the only one looking out for me.
Oh, so if they tell the truth, they get punished.
Are you totally dang a liar?
Wow, that's crazy. Okay.
You heard it here first. Nicky's calling friends liars for no reason.
Oh, wow. Wow.
How could you?
How? Wow. Wow. What? That is such a strong accusation. That is such a strong accusation and an outright lie. Wow. Okay. But you know what? Wow. Oh, wow. Kat said, if mom and dad split up, I'm going to live with mom because the food is better. That's fine. That, you know what? That one less mouth to feed if you're asking.
Nicky said pop with these kids.
One less mouth to feed around here. Shoot. Miracle, what is everybody? Is Miracle sound a little off for y'all?
It's because I'm far away.
That was like that when you were close up, boo.
Oh, I don't know.
Almost like it connected to a headset somewhere. I don't know.
What'd you say?
It's actually getting a little bit better. It's not terrible at this point. It's not the worst thing.
You know, you iPhone users think you're the greatest thing ever.
You know what? There so many accusations have been hurled today. It's just I'm gonna need some time.
Do you have an iPhone, Nicky?
Oh, okay, all right.
You said I was expecting all these accusations.
You're good.
I'm asking you a question now.
Now I gotta go back in my receipts, and show the audience how I have an iPhone. Because without any background information, they would just believe what you're saying. Like, oh, she didn't know. Oh, okay. You didn't know. You didn't know, Miracle.
You didn't have an iPhone?
You didn't know.
Look how pretty the chicken look. Oh, you can't see it.
Oh, we're changing the subject. Okay, let's see the chicken though.
No, I can't. I can't turn the camera.
Oh, okay. Okay. That's what we're doing today.
Wait.
You know what? You gotta watch yourself out here in these streets, y'all. You gotta watch yourself out here in these streets. These streets are rough, tough, and tumble. Okay? Rough and tough.
I can't take a picture of my food, so.
So are we? Where's the food? Where's the food, man?
Can I put it on the plate?
Okay. Who's excited to see the food? Are y'all excited for the food? I'm excited for the food.
Wow. Are you bullying me, Nicky? Are you bullying me?
Sis? Yikes! I just said I'm excited to see the beautiful recipe that you just created. And you sitting here talking about I'm bullying you, sis? Wow, that's crazy. All right. Wow. But T-Shot said I was excited 30 minutes ago.
Wow! I feel attacked. You're uninvited.
Miracle, I am not. I'm invited anywhere you go. Like that's on period. Like that's just duh.
You're uninvited.
No, you can't uninvite me. What's up, Kate Compton? How you doing, boo? We see you.
I'm about to put
we're moving. You guys, there might be food coming. Hold on. If you're wait and you're real good. Nope, no food.
Why can't you guys eat where you usually eat? Yes, you do. But I'm saying you guys never want to eat with me.
She ain't with it.
No. Oh. Just look at him. It's okay. Yeah. Why is she looking at me like that? Ma'am. Y'all came in this room and y'all want to wear pajamas. It's not a problem to me. It's y'all who want to be private. Okay. Auntie, you have your phone? Lauren, you have your phone?
No.
Why? I just need to take a picture. Oh, well. I can't. I'm on the live. God. Anyway, this is what it looks like, guys.
Oh,
presentation.
Okay.
Yeah.
You might have did something. You might
maybe.
Okay.
Goodbye.
Okay.
Okay. Yay! Presentation. Amazing.
Okay.
Now.
You might have did a little something there. I see you.
Maybe. I'm hot and burning alive. There's there's a cucumber salad in the fridge. What happened? Oh, thank you, Kate. Thank you. See, Dang is the only one who believed in me.
Everybody believed in you, Miracle.
Except for that bootleg T-Shot. That bootleg T-Shot.
T-Shot.
Yes, no swollen noodles today. So we have homemade sweet potato fries. We have a cucumber salad with a vinaigrette, and then we have
what is the salad made out of?
What happened?
What's the salad made out of? What kind of salad is it?
It's just a cucumber salad, so it has vinaigrette, sesame oil, green onions. I don't know. I'll put the recipe in the description because I can't remember.
Okay.
Okay. But it's really refreshing. I didn't put the spice on it because my family doesn't like spicy food. I'm the only one who eats it. So, Amanda, are you bothered because I'm eating it with a fork? Yes, scallions are the truth. It's kind of weird. I see why I liked it better when Chelsea was eating with me, but Nicky wanted to make his food all fast.
I mean, I couldn't go any slower. I couldn't go any slower, you know, unless you wanted me to cut the carrots in slow-mo.
That's how you really have to be. You really have to
Is
be
it
that way.
good?
Mm-hmm.
Is it really good? You
Well, I
like
didn't
it?
try the chicken yet because it's really caramelized, so I'm afraid I might break my teeth, but that's okay. Oh, it's good.
You like it?
Mm-hmm.
There we go. That's better. That's better.
Peanut oil.
I'm glad you're getting to enjoy your food, Miracle. You must have been really hungry. Because I was. But it looks good. The food looks good. Okay, so I was gonna okay. I was gonna ask you because I want to
Okay.
know. I have a question for you, and I think people might enjoy that question as well. So I wanted
Oh,
to
thank you
know.
for vlogging.
Oh, thank you, vlogging. What is what's your favorite story that you've worked on the entire time you've been a channel? What story did you have the most fun working on?
Probably the Teresa Romer one because I like doing her voiceover. The
That was
story
a really
wasn't
fun
even that
story.
great. It was just because I like doing my rich woman voice.
No, I thought it was funny, and it cracked Mocha shit up too. Mocha was like she was like talking for you for like 2 days. Like every once in a while, she would break into Miracle's Teresa Romer voice. I was like, oh. Okay, so what was if that was your favorite, what was your least favorite story to work
Um, it's tied between two things.
Okay.
One was that little mix up between you, I think it was you, Saya, and T Trigger. That one, I don't remember the name of the video, but I remember I filmed it in that room over there.
Is that the one with the curtains?
No, I was on the other side of the room.
Oh, okay.
I was wearing an orange cardigan. I had a wig on that was really lopsided and nobody could tell. And then
no one could tell. It was a win.
Yeah. And I think that was I think it has something to do with like it says stop the sea lining or something in the title or something like that.
Gotcha.
Save the sea lions or something. But I didn't like that story because I felt like it involved so many people that I respected.
Yeah.
And just the drama surrounding that got so messy. And I was like, it didn't even need to get to that point.
Right.
So I was just like, how do I tell what happened in this situation without talking bad about the people that I respected at the same time? Get me?
For sure.
Yeah. What was your favorite story to date?
There have been so many stories. What was the favorite one? I'm looking through because nothing like really stands out. Like I have a good time doing all of them. I would have to say, actually, okay. So actually, like just having fun was like last week. Last week's story on Tati Westbrook. That was the most fun I've had during a story in so long. Because I think for me, it was like a moment where I was just like, don't think about like what people are going to say or what their response is going to be or like how they're going to interpret what comes out of your mouth, right? Because I get that sometimes people like to like dissect everything that I say. And instead of like focusing on it, I just said what I wanted to say. and like I had a really good time. And I think it read through that like, oh wait, fun is being had. So I really, really like that. And I actually want to do more of that more often. Because it reads like people can see when you're like overthinking it, or you're not having fun, or you're trying to like keep it between the guardrails. It reads, and I think it just reads as like uncomfortable, and then no one's having fun with the story.
Right.
Because people can tell what's happening. So that was the most fun I've had in a really long time. My least favorite story. I would have to say, realistically, and this is probably going to come as a shock, it's probably the second Petty Page story that we did like a couple of months ago. And the reason why is because there was so much to cover. It was such an asshat of a situation, and there was no like there was no way to bring levity to the situation, right? So I think what we like to do is have a laugh about everything. Like, it's drama, it's tea, it's whatever, but we try to like put it out there in such a way where it's just like, we're laughing at this, you shouldn't take it so seriously, because these are just like minute data points in a person's life. We're just having a laugh. You just have a laugh too. And looking back on it, it's just like we were saying all these things, and it was just like a lot of it was not a laughing matter. So like a lot of it no one thought was funny. And so like I think the reaction was just like, oh well, that is a story, isn't it? Like there was no that story had no redeeming qualities. You know what I'm saying? There was no like make it look light and fun. There was a story that we like completely, I think we learned a lesson from that too. Because there was remember the story that wasn't too long ago that was just about that girl who like spanked her child, about the Jeffree Star palette.
Yeah.
And we started recording it, and within 2 minutes, like I looked at Mocha looked at me, and we were like, no way, man. No way. Absolutely not. There's no way we can cover this. And so we switched gears and went for, a little Jaclyn Hill tea. Because at this point, like, I don't even know why Jaclyn doesn't laugh at her own tea at this point.
Because Jaclyn is detached. Sometimes I think she does it on purpose, and then other times I'm like, she doesn't acknowledge what she does really. Thank you.
Do you think that she does that? Because here's the reason I think Jaclyn is the way that she is, because I think, and I could be wrong, but like I think if someone were to have like a conversation with her and just like talk to her, I think she would like, you could have a conversation with her in such a way that she could see what happened and been like, okay, I was wrong for that. But I think this goes for anybody. If you've got like thousands of people coming for you at any given time about anything, like, and she's a Cancer too, I know for a fact that she just clams up and she's like, I didn't do anything wrong. I never did anything wrong. You're all out to get me. You all hate me. I know it for a fact. Anything I do is always going to be a problem. I think that's probably where she is. So like the more people try to like, and like some of the criticisms that people levy against her are very valid, right? But because there are so many people at once doing it, I don't think she will ever acknowledge that she's ever done anything wrong. I think she would, like, privately, like if she was just sitting on the couch right now and I was having a talk and I was like, Jaclyn, girl, you know I love you, so I say this with love, but them lipsticks, she'd probably be like, I know, wasn't it a damn mess? Right? But I think just the audience and so many, and two, like, people hate Jaclyn for sport now. Like, there are people who dislike Jaclyn because it is the fun thing to do. They have a good time disliking her, which I guess it wasn't until joining the drama community that I learned that disliking people can be a form of entertainment for some. Like, I don't know.
Hold on 1 second. 1 second.
Girl, go ahead. Amanda Sky said, I don't think she would privately either, to be honest. I think she would. I think she purposely tries to redirect things because she knows that the bigger audience is going to, like, there's some things, like, she could say anything, and some people would just be like, yeah, liar, you said the sky was blue. It's turquoise. Go to hell. It's just like, damn. What were you going to say?
No, my only gripe with her, I guess, is just based off of how she interacts with people. I kind of lean on the side towards like what Amanda says, that she would probably not tell you even in a sit-down conversation, because her influencer friends don't even come to her defense anymore. So she might be one of those people who like yeses you in the face all the time, and then flip around and be like, but I never heard that before. And I know we've experienced that within this community. You can have a one-on-one conversation with somebody and it's like in one ear, and then it never actually went anywhere. It didn't fall out. No, it just crawled back and then it died right on the shoulder that it tried to be whispered on. Like,
right, like it tried to go in.
So that's why I'm more compelled to think, I don't know, Jacqueline has an awareness of what she's doing, I feel like. It's my opinion. I also feel like she does so because money is a big motivator for her. And she acknowledges that she's still going to get paid even if people hate her, because she's still getting promoted. Well, now I want to see what joke of a product she made this time. Oh, this is actually kind of good, but the next one won't be, you know? So,
True.
and then it's like an unending cycle.
Like everybody who used those highlighters were like, those were really good.
They were.
Yeah. So I couldn't see, like, if it were me and like people were doing that and I like was lying and I knew I was lying, I'd be like, well, I better get right, because it seems like this jig is up. But it just seems like she's just riding that, you know, same old wave. And if you notice, like, she never comes out of her little corner anymore, except for like when she's contractually obligated to. You know what I was thinking the other day, though? What a wild ride. Like, the internet has really taken a turn into a positive way for James Charles. And so, but here's my thing.
Go ahead.
How? Because the whole thing is, like, a year ago when everybody was on the I Hate James Charles boat, we were just like, well, we put it in a video. We were just like, we are not going to do this, because it seems like y'all have just made up your mind to dislike James Charles for no reason. I mean, yes, he's annoying, get it, but I'm not going to dislike somebody for no reason. It just doesn't sound like it's a valid reason. And then the whole Tati thing happened, which I don't see how, like, people can like James and Tati at the same time. Because for me, when that happened, when Tati did Oh Boy like that, I was like, that is beyond messed up. Yeah. Like, she knew exactly what she was doing. Like, she's not going to sit there and play all Miss Innocent nicey nice with me. Okay? Like, I know that you know what you were doing. And, like, you did it to it, like, at the time, what was he, like, 19?
Yeah.
You seriously just said, you know what? Boom. I don't care. I'm taking your entire brand down. The kind of person who can do that, though.
That's why I'm like, Tati would be the type of person that, you know, I'm gonna offer you a meal, but you got to go sit across the street in somebody else's house away from me. Like, I don't even want to see you, because of just, she almost ruined this boy's whole life. And mind you, her lips only started to get loose after he stopped helping to promote her stuff, or was promoting other people's stuff at the same time. So I'm like, what were your intentions, madam? Now, I don't know where Sir Jeffrey, okay, everybody knows for the most part here that I like Jeffree Star, his products. I don't like the things he does. And so you drink your water, all right? There are sometimes, especially recently, there's been a lot of activities that make me question whether or not I should still continue to give him support, because he's been let me not get into it here, but why all of a sudden he out here saying, oh, James Charles is beautiful looks as always. Like, sir, you just helped promote that this boy was a predator. And now all of a sudden, you best buddies promoting him on Twitter. Like you've been best friends this whole time. What is going on? No explanation.
Rewind a couple months. You were just saying, and this is why I don't like that they did to him either. Because the thing is, like, a person can be not such a great person, but you can also, like, I have this theory, like, YouTube is really big on, like, what I call vigilante justice, which is just, like, people will, like, take arms into their own hands and, like, do their own thing to try to make someone look bad. But at the same time, like, you realize that you look bad too now, right? You do realize that everybody looks bad. Like, because even if James Charles was that person, the actions that Tati and Jeffree took to try to, like, I don't even know what their end game was at that point. Because Tati had beef because of the vitamin things, right? Cool. I don't agree, but I get where you're coming from. I don't know where Jeffree said, but I think Jeffree was motivated by the fact that James was on his heels. James was on those heels as far in terms of popularity. And I think that Jeffree is kind of a jealous person. I just know that they're in the background. There's like a lot of pain and trauma from his childhood and stuff that, I don't know, probably is unresolved. And I don't think that you get rid of that. I don't think money gets rid of that baggage. I think that you'll carry that baggage around until you do the work to sort of like work through those kind of things. And so for me, I think that's where just Jeffree lives. But you jumped on Tati's bandwagon for trying to bring this boy down. Actually said that you, at one point, like, I know the Dolan twins were friends with James. I know they were pretty close. You said that you are working with the Dolan twins. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, because sometimes times and dates, things of that matter. But and you were going to put one of them on camera who was going to come out and say how he was a predator. Like, you're doing a lot right now, Jeffree. Like, you're doing the most. And you look like an asshat. And nobody was just like, I mean, I wonder who got into his ear and was like, yo, you got to chill, bro. Like, that is not a great look for you or anybody else involved. Because it wasn't. Ultimately, it was a bad look for everybody. And then I just felt bad for James. And then, like, so I wonder what James's next move is going to be.
So Amanda says her conspiracy theory is that they were all in on it. Kent Mandu says she's a grown woman and it was just disgusting. I'm not a James Charles fan, but he's the same age as my son. If a woman did that to my son, there's going to be a situation. Now, for me, I was on the mindset that Amanda was on, where I thought they were all in on it.
Yeah.
But at the same time, in relation to James Charros, that was an extremely hard situation to get out of. And I don't see the gain for everybody else to look like they're falsifying, pretenses on somebody being a predator, you understand? So, but the thing is that's weird to me. I've been seeing some more conspiracy surrounding Jeffree Star, with him even starting a fight with the 10-year-old Kardashian boy yesterday. I saw a really good conspiracy theory that was like, the only reason why Jeffree is doing this is because James Charles is about to surpass him as the biggest beauty guru thing. So he's trying to get his name in it. He saw it coming before, so that's why he's trying to be James's best friend. So people are like, oh, wait, Jeffree Star and him are cool again? Let me resubscribe. Let me subscribe right now, see what's going on.
See, I think James paid him dust. I don't think James even responded. I think James is like, well, bye. Yeah.
But then it's like, at what's the cost of you going through that whole process? Because Jeffree's not making himself look good if that's his intention, Not at all. It kind of just makes it look sad. The whole situation just looks sad.
It looks hella sad. It looks hella sad. And it looks like it's just kind of, you see what these people do to like get to the top. and then stay at the top. It's just like life would be so much easier if you didn't play it like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, how lonely and how miserable must you be? And then you're not going to be happy. That's my whole thing. Like, do you think, like, honestly, honest question, Miracle, do you think that Jeffree Star goes to bed at night and he's happy as a human being?
I don't think so. I think he has moments of happiness. I don't think he's necessarily happy because I'm trying to think from a perspective of him. Think you strove your whole life being in this situation. We briefly got to see that whole scenario between, Shane Dawson uncovering parts of his childhood that he was willing and ready to share and stuff like that.
Right.
Then he had his come up story, but then you get to a position where you've made money so fast. You didn't necessarily grow that money with the people surrounding you. And now you have to constantly worry about people just using you because of who you are and what your name is associated with. Because think about it. People like him or Shane Dawson, all they have to do is invite you to their channel, and all of a sudden people start flocking to you like crazy. Even somebody like you and myself in our smaller spectrum, all it takes is a smaller channel and people are like, who's that? Wait, let me find out. And that's a hard thing for that sort of top tier position. Now you have wealth, now you have your name involved, and then you have issues where they actually have been used before by people. We're not going to talk about the clout chaser, the biggest one, Manny. We're not going to.
You're not. First off, we ain't doing that today. Get off my boy.
Okay, Manny could be your boy, but you can't say that Manny didn't do what he had to do to get where he was.
You know what? Here's the thing. I will say this. I don't know much about that backstory. So I can't even realistically. All I know is,
That's fair, I guess.
If I don't know, I don't talk about it. But honestly, like, all I know about Manny is I see the kid working. I see him doing his thing. You know what I'm saying? And I see him
now
do.
He is now. Okay. Before.
What I don't know about that.
Okay, but there's enough stuff publicly. Let's not talk. Let's not forget about that whole thing that had to do with Nikita Dragon and then that whole crew of people. Like, let's not pretend that didn't happen.
What are we talking about?
Forget it.
No, what are we talking about?
Team Manny in this house right here at TeaTime. Team Manny. I don't have anything against Manny. I'm just saying you kind of dusty for just leaving somebody high and dry after you get popular. That's all I'm saying.
I see, but I don't even know what we're referencing.
It's okay. Everybody else knows, and that's what's important.
Does everybody else know?
You can be Team Manny all you want to. I would speak the truth over here in my corner.
I don't think
I ain't friends with nobody, so I can talk about them all I want to.
No, here's the thing. I just see, Manny doing this thing, working really hard, doing what he has to do. And I feel bad. You can feel bad for somebody without pitying them, right? So, like, yes, I don't pity him because, like, the boy is still working. The boy is doing fine. So I don't pity him, but I do feel bad for him because I just think that, he crossed. Here's the thing, too. Anybody who can survive Jeffree Star, I'll tip my hat to. Because once Jeffree Star is done screwing you, he's through with you. And that's just pretty much it.
But wait, remember how you weren't going to talk about things you didn't know about? Were you ever Jeffree's best friend?
What?
Were you ever Jeffree Star's best friend?
I wasn't Jeffree Star's best friend.
You ever had a conversation with Mr. Star?
Okay, so here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. Let's talk about what I do know.
Okay.
Let's talk about what I do know. I'm very good at seeing people's patterns, right? And there's a pattern with Jeffree Star where once he feels a certain way about you, he will leave you in the cold. He's done it to Manny. He's done it to Laura. He tried to do it to James, but the difference is James is I have a whole theory about why James didn't sink and fall, but it wasn't going to happen for James. No matter what, all he had to do was keep working. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, once is enough, twice is too many, 3 times will get you caught up. And right now, is he not doing the same thing to Nate, like in a certain way? Because Nate has a lot of leverage over him, right? Nate has more leverage over Jeffrey than probably anybody else does. That's the only reason why Nate isn't getting dragged through the mud. Because Nate knows where the bodies are.
Hold on. All right. So you have a theory there. That's a good theory because Nate was there for the whole come up for the whole riches and wealth, whatever. Hey. So that's great. But Jeffrey is hitting Nate where it hurts in the financial comforts. You understand? Mind you, they have a whole demon bush community together where they smoke things and they fly up in the air and everybody acts all crazy. Okay, the demon bush community, they have that sort of business together. They own real estate companies together. Jeffrey bought him that cart, okay, and Jeffrey has also helped Nate to apply or whatever.
The car that he took back.
The car that he took back, exactly. All of the cars they probably took back, but we only heard about the one because that one was the relevant one. Mind you, I believe that house that Nate's family lives in was also purchased by Jeffrey, okay? I don't know if Nate's name is on that house. If Jeffrey wanted to be ugly, Jeffrey could be real ugly, but I think he's being nice.
No. Jeffrey is only being as ugly as the situation will allow.
No, think about it.
You wait till Nate starts running that mouth. You wait till Nate starts running that mouth.
Because he has NDA. You think Jeffrey's stupid? NDAs exist. He was like, try to say something. I'm gonna sue you for everything.
Okay, but here's the great thing.
People that help me get to my position where I am, they gonna come after you and your family. So try me. That's what Jeffrey said.
Jeffrey said it himself. No one cares about NDAs in that town. No one cares. Jeffrey said it himself.
Yeah, they do. You know why?
There's a way to talk in such a way, right? There's a way to talk in such a way where you're not violating any of the terms of the NDA. I tell you,
hold on, because Jeffrey might have said that, right? But during his exclusive docuseries conversation with Shane Dawson, where Jeffrey indicated that he was intimate with some very powerful people. I don't care what NDA conversation you have. When somebody say you gonna be night Modi Truka, you will go night, okay? So
I don't think Jeffrey has the range to have somebody. Hold on, I gotta get my charger.
It's not about Jeffrey. It's about the people. I'm gonna tell y'all. It's not about Jeffrey saying it to Nate, okay? It's about the fact that all the ugly stuff that Jeffrey has probably going on beyond the scenes probably has to do with those big, bad, powerful people. So if Nate tries to oust anything upon Jeffrey, you don't know what the big scandal stuff has to do with, where it won't also end up influencing other big, wealthy people. You get me? Because even if
you have quite the point there. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Because think about killer merch. Isn't like people like Kevin Hart is one of his clients or something? There's a lot of big.
Yeah, I told y'all I never liked that damn Kevin Hart.
But there's a lot of people.
I knew it was a reason that I did not deal with Kevin Hart. I knew it was.
I thought you gave him another chance.
Listen. Kevin Hart, we're on a bit of a break. We're taking a break because, you know, Kevin has disappointed me. And now, if he's working with Killer Merch, I can't say that I'm not a little bit more disappointed.
I mean,
because here's the thing. Okay, here's the thing. Jeffrey, for all the things that he is not a likable person. I don't
think so?
Hell no.
Okay. You know what it is?
You could like Jeffrey just about as much as you could like a damn cactus. Jeffrey's not like.
You know what it is? Okay, let me tell you, because I think the reason, one, besides, you know, I feel like unintentionally, if you share the same sign, you just automatically gravitate towards your people, okay? So Scorpios, all y'all stand up, okay? Because you automatically just have, either you hate each other vehemently or you like each other a lot. and I'm gonna fight for you. So I'm not there with Jeffree. Here's what I like about Jeffree. Jeffree Star reminds me a lot about some of my family members. And while I won't want to necessarily hang out with them all the time because that sort of negativity, because I can't gauge where you are because I've never had a conversation with him. So that's what my thing is. One, I've never had a conversation with him one-on-one for me to gauge his personality. Based off of how he reacts to certain things, I definitely don't like that. I don't like how he called Jackie Aina a gorilla. I don't like the racial things that he said in the past, okay? But what I can speak on is the things that he's done that he doesn't publicize as well. So whenever he has that bulk shipment of makeup, he ends up donating it to women and children, you know, what are they called? Charities and stuff like that. He donates all of that stuff to them. He donates multiple hundreds of thousands of dollars to these people, even though people are like, tax break. Okay, well, that's what rich people do. Okay. But what I say definitively that I appreciate about him is if he does not like you, he makes it known he doesn't like you. I don't like fake people. I don't like people to smile in my face and then act like they like me when they really don't. Because for me, when I love somebody, I love hard. So I want that same level of communication and appreciation. Whatever, Nikki. Whatever.
No, I'm doing on it. I'm okay.
All right. Because I feel like James Charles would kiki up in my face and then be like, I can't stand her. Like,
okay, but I'm in the same token. I think Jeffree, like where you say he's real, if he doesn't like you, he doesn't like you. I could get that. But he's also an opportunist, which I dislike that. I very much like that is like one of the least attractive traits a person can have to me. Just because, like, for me, I don't give a shit what you have. If I like you, I like, and in the same token, you're like, if Jeffree doesn't like you, he'll say he don't like you. Same, sis. Like, if why do you think I'm?
That's why I like you. That's why we're
the difference is Jeffree is an opportunist. Like, and people will be like, oh, that's smart, that's this and the other. If you can forgive that, then that's cool. But I like to think of things like if it were happening to me. So this person is doing X, Y, and Z to other people. If he were doing it to me, would I like it? Hell no. Because I hang out, like, let me tell you what. I hung out and will continue to hang out and always do hang out. And you know what I'm saying? Like, people who don't have shit, I'd be like, cool, we could like not have shit together. You could not have shit at your house and invite me over, and I will come and like, what we doing? Eating Gushers, watching a TV that's sitting on the floor on your air mattress. If you're a good time, you're a good time. Like, if you're good people and I like your company, that's cool. But I just don't see like that level of, and not saying you have to be to that level, but I know Jeffree based on what I've seen, you know what I'm saying? And then we could say, you know, Manny used Jeffree, but doesn't Jeffree use everybody else? And was he just not trying to use James Charles to keep his little name in the spotlight? So you see, it's all a big circle, you know, for me. And like, Jeffree's not my tea. Like, he's not. But the crazy thing is, like, and Mocha would rat me out and say, like, there was a time in college where we listened to that. He had this album called Beauty Killer. We listened to it every single day because it was so good, because the lyrics were so relatable. And we didn't like, apparently he had a whole like career on MySpace before that. I didn't know about it. Listen. But like, I listened to the music and I was like, oh, I just like this. This kid doesn't give a shit about anything. And that was like, I was very there at that period in time. I believe there were some tweets of mine that were exposed that proved how problematic I could be. And so no wonder I identified with Jeffree. So,
goodbye.
See? Do you see the similarities? But some of us grow out of that. And some of us are just proving every day that we're still like there. But now, of course, Jeffree does it in like a nicer way.
Does he?
Huh?
Does he?
I believe so. I believe he's gotten because he's gotten some negative feedback. And here's another thing. Like, sometimes we think by like giving these influencers the amount of like feedback that we give them, sometimes we think it like makes them be a better person. Realistically, they just get better at doing what they wanted to do in the first place. Like, that's why people are like, oh, you have to have a conversation with somebody. What the hell I look like having a conversation with a 36-year-old man?
Well, okay.
You know what you're doing. You know what you're doing. I'm gonna have this conversation at you so you could switch up your tactics. And next time you're doing the thing that I don't like, I'm not gonna know what you're doing because you're doing it differently. Why would I do that? It just, I mean, we gonna keep it real. What we gonna do? What we gonna do?
I mean, you're making sense. You're making sense. But here's the thing. I'm also a firm believer. I guess it's the it's the idealist in me. I like to believe that a lot of people have the same mindset that I do. And my mindset is you're never too old to stop being able to learn. And if someone never taught me that a certain behavior was unacceptable without granting me the reasons why that behavior is unacceptable, then I'm never really going to be granted the opportunity to know and learn and grow from it. You get me? So
you make really good points. So here's my question. How do we distinguish between those of us who will actually take that as a learnable moment and be like, oh, I need to not do that in the future because that was messed up, and those who will manipulate the situation and say, oh, so from all you just give me, what I heard was when I do this, it makes you think that. I don't want you to think that. So I'm going to continue to do what I want, but I just can't do it this way anymore. Because there are two very different trains of thought. There are people who will actually learn and be different. And then there are people who are like con artists who will just say, oh, okay, so that's your trigger. I'll stay away from that. That way I can continue to just, do what I do and everything will be good. See what I'm saying? How do you know?
yeah, that's true. And I guess because, again, for me, I'm an empath. So I would say, like, I can feel when somebody's being disingenuous with me. Now, but here's the thing, though. Sometimes I ignore it because I don't want to see it.
That's true.
And I think that a lot of people have that too, where you're like, no, they're doing it. They feel that way. And then you sit there and you reflect and it's like, yo, I knew this person wasn't there. I knew it.
I knew it the whole time.
Yeah.
Don't you be mad at yourself too?
Yeah, because you're like, I should have listened. I should have
like, I'm gonna fix myself a big dumb burger because I was dumb as hell right now. Like, what am I? An idiot sandwich. Because I knew when I saw it that was, I knew what I saw. I saw what I saw and I knew it. But you don't want to know. So you
exactly. And I think that's just to tell you for yourself, right? That you're a loving and a naturally loving and forgiving individual to where you want to see the best in somebody. Then sometimes there's people who have been hurt so often that they're naturally a skeptic. And sometimes they have an extremely difficult time ascertaining whether or not somebody is really a nice person or not. And then they end up either finding some really ride or die true friends, or they end up really miserable and alone. So
okay, so you just said something that was really just tea for me. And so I want to see your thoughts on it.
Okay.
So I was watching, and don't come for me, I was watching a Karina Kaboom video the other day. I don't want to hear nothing from nobody. Okay? If you're a basketball player, you watch basketball. Right? May not matter what team is playing. Basketball players watch basketball. Football players watch football. I was watching the Karina Kaboom the other day. Y'all leave me alone. And she said something, and I was like, okay, but that's tea. And what she said was, nice is not a personality trait. Nice is a way that, nice is something that people do to get what they want, but nice is not a personality trait. And I just had to think about it for a second. And I was just like, okay. And you know what? I actually sort of believe it. Because I've known many people who were nice, right? Who were just like, oh, she's so nice, or he's so nice. Turned out to be the biggest creep shows you'll ever meet in your entire. So what I mean is Tati. For me, she's nice, right? She's a nice lady. She's a nice woman. But really, I think she's kind of conniving and manipulative underneath it all, right?
But for me, that wouldn't constitute her being nice. That says that she's mild-tempered. That says that she's very strategic. Because I would never define Tati as being a nice person. Because I know what's associated with that. You get me?
Yeah.
Somebody's nice is going to do for you irregardless of if you are doing for them or what they gain out of it, because that's
Right.
genuine, right?
Yeah.
Because for you, do you do good things for people? I mean, if you could lie if you want to, if it's really, but I'm saying, I want to say how I feel about you.
Yeah.
I don't think ever from the interactions, guys, if you guys are listening to this conversation, whoever walked off, come back and listen. For Nicky, my interactions with Nicky as being his friend, Nicky has never done anything for me that he wouldn't do for himself. So Nicky's also the type of person, if somebody's talking bad about his friends, he's not going to sit there and kiki up in that conversation just because it's the comfortable thing to do. Nicky's going to be like, oh, well, I'm glad you feel like that, but we're not going to talk about my friend that way. Okay, so let's talk about something else. And that's the type of person Nicky is. Nicky's also the type of person who's like, well, I'm having a bad day, but I want to listen to what's causing you to feel upset because I want to do what I can to make you feel better because I don't want you to be in that bad space. Or I see that an action of mine is causing you to feel discomfort because you have to defend me. So I'm going to stop this action because I don't want you to feel that way. Like, that's the type of person that I have experienced with being Nicky's friend. So I think that is a genuinely nice person. Because what does he gain out of it? He doesn't know, like, physically know me. I'm in Jersey. Like, what significance do I really have? And it's because we built this friendship. And there's really nothing to gain, you know? I don't have more followers than him. I don't have any money. I'm like, what do I have?
But I think the thing is, like, people interpret nice as like making them, because while I appreciate you saying all those things, or like that you even noticed, that's cool. Because like we've never had that conversation, y'all. So, but like, I don't have the energy to always. I think people interpret nice as people who make them feel good about themselves all the time, right? Which is just something. It's a skill that like I don't go around and like give people compliments all the time. Like sometimes, like if an outfit is cute, like I'll say in my head, like, "Oh, that's a really cute outfit." It will never cross my mind to say it, right? Because I'm just like, "Oh, that's a cute outfit." I'll like build a registry like, homegirl is always dressed so nice, but I won't think to say it, right? And so I think the people who generally get interpreted as being like nice or good people are the people who are always like outwardly giving or like making a show or a production of being like rainbows and butterflies. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, child, there ain't never nothing you're gonna get from me. It's not gonna happen. I don't know. I can't do it. It's like it's performative, right? It's just like too much of a performance sometimes. Like sometimes you want to just be like, girl, what the hell are you doing?
Right.
Like, you need to chill. So but I think that like people who are able to do that often get interpreted as being like nice or likable. And then you like scrape below the surface sometimes and it's just like, that doesn't seem very kind.
Yeah.
Right? Like it seems like nice, but not kind. So while Jeffrey can do some nice things, is he a kind person? I don't know. I don't know the person.
That's a different conversation because because no, when you think about it, because again, you're not defining him as a person as nice, you're defining his activities as nice. Right. So that doesn't, a serial killer could open a door for somebody. That don't make him a nice person. You see?
But do you know how many serial killers have been described as he was such a nice guy?
That's because people don't know people. That's because think about how society is, okay? Back in the day when nobody had no phones, they had their house phone, okay? And they had to go out in the telephone pole and then the whole town had to share one phone, okay? And they're like doing the thing, hello. Everybody knew their neighbor, giving pies to neighbors. Go outside right now. Tell me you know your next door neighbor. Tell me. What's their name?
I know they loud as hell.
Exactly. But you don't know them. But I bet you say, oh, they were so nice. You know why they were nice? Because I dropped my key outside and be like, neighbor, you dropped your key. They are such a good person.
Right.
That's immediately. You don't know those people.
Yeah. And nice shouldn't be defined by what someone else is doing for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, just because someone does something for you doesn't make them nice. Like, to me, that's transactional. Like,
Right.
if you think highly of someone based on what they've done for you, that's a transaction. That's not benevolent
I'm taking you
behavior.
with me. I'm going upstairs. My phone about to die. So keep talking. I might put the phone on mute so you guys don't have to hear me.
Okay, who knew who knew where this was gonna go? It went places. But yeah. So I just like some of the things that people like the sweet good person act, I just be like, give it a rest. It gets like I just get bored with it immediately. I like people who are nuanced, right? So like you would think that I would have like a better opinion of Jeffrey because he does seem like a nuanced person, like he has layers. I just think that there are some things that you might possibly not be able to come back from. Possibly. Y'all see that arguing going on online? I guess Jackiana blocked somebody or didn't follow somebody or something, and that person came out and said that it was because they were following Jeffrey. Good Lord, good night. Good Lord and good night. I can't. That is just too much to deal with. Let's look at some of these comments. Let's see. Yeah, no, they are loud as hell. That serial killer made a copy and gave you the original. Right? Or the copy. One of the two. Exactly. Amanda Sky said, I couldn't tell you why I feel the way I do, but I know better than to question my instincts at this point. Because am I here by myself? Am I here all alone? Now, I'm ready to do this problem. Oh, okay. She's gone again. Uh-oh. Oh my, y'all, it's a channel takeover. Miracle done left me alone on her channel, uninterrupted. Get ready, because it's about to go down. What y'all want to talk about? What y'all want to talk about on Mind of Miracle's channel? Let's discuss. Oh, she just turned off her camera. That's okay, but guess what? She still done left me all. Oh. Girl, you done left me alone on your channel by myself? Let's turn this out. Well, come on, y'all. We got to do something. Oh, time to talk smack about Miracle. What can anybody say about Miracle? Nothing. Ain't nothing to say. Do all the swearing and cursing. You know what? I should. That way people just click on this video. They think they're going to watch Sweet on Miracle. Sit back and be nice. Then you'll hear me cursing like a sailor. Ain't that something? Ain't that something? You hear me off in this mother. My bad. Demonetized. Nessa 212. Is that? Which Nessa is that? Hold on. Nothing. She is fabulous. She is. Oh, she's probably running to her charm. Exactly. She's real scared. I would not do that to her. You know, she would lose her ever-loving mind. What if I just started like stripping or something? Oh my God, she would lose it. She would definitely lose it. And I would laugh. I would have a nice, hearty little kiki. Hold on. I can't believe she done just left me on her channel like this. Ooh. That means, oh. Is she back? Nope. She's still gone. Just got me on her channel like this. Wow. Okay, so, guys.
I can't even wash dishes without you guys acting crazy.
But we weren't even acting crazy. I was about
We were
to start
contemplating it. I heard it all. I was here. Trying to cuss and people think I'm crazy now. I just said
nobody
this is
thinks
the channel,
crazy.
family.
Nobody thinks you're crazy, Miracle.
Except for you.
No.
No.
Nessa came into the room and I didn't know.
I'm leaving again. Hold on. I'm walking up the steps.
Okay. Oh, y'all. Oh, are you gonna mute it? Nessa, now listen, I didn't never say I didn't like you, boo. You know, you just got some friends that don't like me. But I will say this all the time. Just because someone doesn't like me doesn't mean I don't like them, right? Because, you know, I mean, I tell you, look, what my grandmama told me. You can hate me, but I love you. Yeah, those steps are loud. They're extraordinarily loud. I love how you did the dishes before you even went upstairs. See, them dishes would have sat somewhere for quite a bit of time before I even considered touching them.
No, we can't do that here. We can't do that.
Because y'all don't have garbage disposals.
No.
That's it.
Listen here. Not everybody has these rich people fancy little contraptions in their sink.
No. You're not about to play.
Rich fancy people.
A garbage disposal is just like basic.
I'm so sorry. I don't know the luxury of basic things. Okay, Teresa Romer. Okay, Teresa.
That's fine. Play me out. Play me out.
What do you mean, Teresa?
Teresa Romer. What's she doing here?
No, you are the Teresa.
Why am I Teresa?
Because.
Because I know what a garbage disposal is.
Like, I don't know your luxury.
Listen. I lived in a house without a dishwasher before.
When? Too long. You don't even know what it's like anymore.
Mm-mm. My childhood house growing up did not have a dishwasher. You know who the dishwasher was?
Jeffree Star.
I know Jeffree Star does wash dishes because I heard him talk about it before.
Gwynny, you almost made this orange juice fly up my nose.
You know what?
Thank you, Mr. Amanda. Thank you, Mr. Amanda. You don't see it, but Mr. Amanda's gonna get us a garbage disposal so I can be basic just like Nicky.
You know what? You know what? I'm gonna have to make it my 2021 New Year's resolution to start being more careful with my words, because I should have learned by now that I have to say things in such a way, you know, that it takes some of the, you know, room for interpretation out. Because, woo, you give them an inch, they'll take a mile. Now Miracle gonna say that I call her not even basic. What is it, like less than basic? Is that what it's gonna be? You know what? Y'all.
I'm renaming my channel, guys. I'm gonna be less than basic. And on this channel, we talk about the lack of garbage disposals, and we talk about the fact that Manny is a waste of time, and everything.
Do y'all want to hear about the time Miracle made me cry?
I didn't make you cry. Stop lying.
Is that an interesting story? You guys want to know the real tea? I'm
gonna make you cry because this is the first time I heard this.
So y'all want another real tea? You want another real tea on Miss Miracle? Huh?
You can't even say that with a straight face.
You want to know all the real tea, huh?
Like you started. That's what happens when you lie. You can't keep things straight. You can't keep a face straight. You can't do nothing. Tell me, how did I make you cry, Nicky? You want me to make you cry again?
Y'all hear that? Threats. Y'all hear that? Y'all,
That
so,
never happens.
y'all heard that? First off, she admitted that she made me cry because she said, "Do you want me to make you cry again?" So this would be the second time.
Excuse me again. You assumed that I was speaking English.
I cannot take you. I cannot. You know what? You know what? We should like if this quarantine goes on too much longer, we should just, invite lots of guests on and do hangouts. We might be able to get to the bottom of a lot of stuff. I could think of a lot of guests we could invite on and just talk it out.
Who would you like to talk to first, Nikki?
Why don't you say who you would like to talk to first?
I'm friendly with everybody. So who would you like to talk to first?
We could have. Why don't we let the people in the comments? Why don't we let No, we'll let the people in the comments. Okay, Kat said Dustin. You know what though? Like I think things with Dustin are like neutral, very neutral. I mean, we're not killing each other this week. I don't think there's a strong desire to, I think we're in like a very neutral space, right? With Dustin, I just want to get to the point where, because it's very fun for me going back and forth with Dustin. Like it's almost like being like on the block with the boys in the neighborhood growing up. Like,
so you're flirting.
No. No. But it's fun just like, playing the dozens and throwing insults back and forth. If I could get Dustin to a point where he wouldn't actually get upset, we could like have like just a really good time, like fun for all, right? But I think he just gets to a point where he like actually gets mad and I'm just like, dude, I'm just playing. Like, geez.
Thank you, Sasha Tech. Oh, I love you. We love you too. She says, hey, what's up, guys? Oh my God.
Someone said that we could have Nick on. I honestly don't think Nick gives a shit. Like, I don't think he would give a shit enough to be on. Like, I think Nick is like very, very unbothered by the entire thing. Like, Nick reminds me of someone who's just like, I don't care.
Okay.
Kat said Nick is in here. I don't know about all that. This has been 3 hours. I don't know if Nick has that sort of time to devote.
Okay, so here's the thing, all right? I want to see you have a conversation with Nick and Dustin. Okay, I want to see Chelsea have a conversation with Dustin and Nick. I want to see Rich Lux have a conversation with Lucius Mascurt. That one actually scares me. I'm wiping that one up. I'm wiping that one out. That one kind of scares me. Oh, look, even my phone stand was like, no, stop that. My phone stand was like, girl, you trying to die. Let me see. But yeah, maybe we'll have a day where we can invite, we can have because we can have up to 6 people on this.
You know who I want you to have a conversation with?
Who?
I want you to have a conversation with Shelby.
Okay. If Shelby wants to have a conversation, we can have a conversation.
I just want you to have and like, talk things through.
What's there to talk about? I already had a conversation with them.
Did y'all have like a meaningful, impactful conversation?
I said what I had to say in that video.
See, no. I want you to have a dialogue.
Shelby said nice things about me apparently in his live. I didn't see it, but I heard it was nice things.
Here's no miracle. If I have to sit down with Dustin and Nick.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. Here's it right here. Like, come, Nikki, you all over here. I would just right here. Just
bring it back.
Hey, remember, a week ago, y'all had a nice little conversation on this nice channel's chat while I was outside listening to my aunt have a grand old time. Y'all was already on semi-friendly terms. Okay? Progress.
Okay. Friendly, right? Cordial.
Cordial.
See, I don't
Look at
know if
all
we're
the words in the English language. We love that. So many descriptive words.
right. I mean,
When
cordial
did I have
because
that opportunity?
cordial is like a social, you're cordial to people in social situations because it's an expectation, right?
Right.
I mean, you can't just, walk into a social situation unless this is love and hip hop and throw your drink in a bitch's face. That's generally frowned upon, right? So you have to be
Generally.
cordial, right? So I'm not just talking about cordial. I would like there to be
Wait,
an
can I just read
understanding.
Battle Scuttlebutt said?
What'd you
Alphabetic
say?
said.
Hold on, how far back?
Oh, look what Nick's here. Honestly, I have no issue with Nikki and Mocha. We all throw massive shade back and forth. That's all it is for me. Sometimes we hit lower the belt, but the crowd loves it. See, look at Nick. Look, everybody's gonna be friends.
And finally, we're all on the same page.
You see how easy that was?
And finally,
I
we're
told
on
y'all
the
this
same
was a
page.
nice person. You didn't want to believe me. And now you're best friends. Everybody's best friends.
As long as
No,
we have that
all
understanding, like
seriousness though,
that's
I would love for that to happen though. All of us be able to have a conversation. But all seriousness, I don't have a problem with talking to Shelby. I don't have a problem with it. I want to do what makes him comfortable, and I don't want him to feel like he has to change any sort of opinions and stuff that he has of certain people to appear a certain way. I want him to live in his truth. So if he doesn't necessarily like me or anybody else, I want him to freely live that. But I don't have no problems with him. I just don't like what he said about me. Overall, Shelby could be the most loving and sweet individual. It just he wasn't that way to me. So that's it. That's it. And I have no problems with him. It's just you're not gonna talk and tell lies about me. That's my only thing. Don't talk about me. Don't talk about my friends. Don't make up lies about me. I don't have a problem with him. But it's just I don't like when people do that because I'm like, at least have some bite behind that bark. Have something to say that this is what I did instead of defaming me. Because all I have in this world is my word and my name. And when you take that and you give people a preconceived notion about who I am, that's the worst way you can hurt me. And if you try it, I'm gonna make a video about you.
you see that? That's why there needs to be a sit down talk. Like everyone needs to have a little sit down and there needs to be a discussion had because there's some unresolved feelings there.
No. No, there's not.
I feel like too, I feel like even I would talk with Shelby because I just feel like there's some things out there, you know what I'm saying, that I just like, I let them go because I was just like, let it go because engaging is bad. And the more I let it go, because I have friends who are very well-meaning who give me the advice to let things go. But in the back of my mind, I'm always like, this is kind of like real life. No problem ever gets solved by ignoring it. It just gets bigger and bigger. And so in the time that I was let it go, some things were put out there and I was just like, well, that's an untruth. Well, that's definitely not true. Well, that's also a lie. You know what I'm saying? So I just think it's the thing that one of the things that I appreciate in the interactions that we've had with Nick, and by I mean Mocha and I've had it with Nick or Dustin or really the whole, everybody is, those have all been in the public eye. You know what I'm saying? Right. So it's just it's always been like what you get is what you see. And for the most part, I've always took it as like a cheeky little joke. You know what I'm saying? But with Shelby, it was like kind of different because there were some, things that went on behind, not even to make it sound deep, but there was a time where like we were cool. You know what I'm saying? And like I didn't know everything about everything and we were cool. And instead of doing like what I would typically do would be like, hey, I don't want to be your friend anymore because of X, Y, and Z, this, that, and the third. You're moving in a way that I don't move. Instead, I chose to, what do you call it when somebody, instead of confronting you about it, they just stop talking to you? Is that
cold-blooded?
You're right, because I think it gets to people more when you just like shut it down and walk away. I think
Yeah.
people really have a problem with that. And so, I could say like on a human level, like his feelings were probably hurt.
They were hurt, Nikki.
Okay, but that does not necessarily require that I feel bad about it.
No, it doesn't.
And that's why people get mad at me right there. That right there is why people get mad. Because I'm like, yep, his feelings were hurt. And also, I didn't care very much. And people are just like, you bitch. And I'm just like, well, you want me to lie?
Well, you're in your truth. You're saying your truth, and I have to respect that.
Mm-hmm. But no, I want to see you have a conversation with Shell. Who else does a conversation need to be had with since we're talking about it? Because, we could use this whole quarantine to do some healing, is all I'm saying. We could heal from the inside out during this quarantine.
And if you want private consultations, you can reach me at 555-555.
I can't really think of, you know what? Probably a conversation with vice versa or tea to spill needs to be had.
Oh, that would be good for you. And Mocha. Well, not really Mocha. You.
I was trying to figure out a way to drag you into it too, but there is.
I mean, I could be a mediator. I can just ask the questions, but I mean, I don't have problems with people. I don't, because typically I just talk to them right when it happened. I'm like, listen, you stressing me out. What's going on? Why are we stressed?
Right. The craziest thing I think I would have to say to vice versa is like, dude, we haven't had problems for a minute because I kind of said my piece and then I let it be what it was. And then somehow I just find that every time I have a problem with someone that you dislike, somehow you think that's a foot in the door somehow. And sometimes it's just like, no, you over there, we're fine. We're where we are, right? So I know y'all have a group chat going on somewhere. Like, talk about that in the group chat, right? But you don't have to, address me or sub me in public. So,
I think what helps too is when people stop feeding into it. Because here's the thing with me as a friend, when you're going through the ringer in the beginning, I'm gonna give you like what did I tell you the other day? I'm like, you got a week to figure it out, and then I'm not gonna mourn with you no more. You gotta stop that crying, okay? So me as a person.
Hello?
Oh.
What's up?
Hey, how you doing? Nicky's flirting, guys.
Sorry, y'all. You were saying?
Huh? I forgot my train of
thought. I was not being. Oh, so you're typing.
Huh? What'd you say? I don't know how to type.
You don't know how to type?
No.
You don't know how to type? Okay. Sure thing. Sure, Jan.
Do you like my lamp?
I really do like your lamp.
Thanks.
Anyway, I think that's a really good idea. You know what I'm saying? We can have some campfire talks and this, that, and the other. Because I just think there's some, some things that could be spoken about, that could be talked about.
Right.
And this could be the perfect way to get that done. Because y'all know Nick ain't never had a problem with talking anything through, So, but definitely I will only do it. I will only do it if Miracle and Shelby do it. I will talk to whomever it might be. I'll talk to them all day long, and we can have a conversation. You know what I'm saying? We could spill the tea. We could put it out there. I think it would be really good for the community, but I will only do it if Miracle and Shelby do it. So if you guys know Shelby, if anyone here who happens to be a card-carrying Roller Fam member, you know, get the message back, and we'll see if we can't hook something up. Right, Miracle? Right, Miracle?
You're making me laugh. Wait. Oh. Nicky, just turn away because every time I look at you, I just
Right, Miracle?
Right.
Y'all heard it first here. So, you know, we might have a series of exclusives.
Guys, so I hope you took all the screen recordings you needed because this video will not be posted.
Oh, wow. She's going to pull the... Somebody run this back right now while we're still live and get confirmation of her saying everything that needs to be said. Because if y'all want conversation...
Did you assume I was speaking English again?
Oh, wow. Yeah. Wow. We got
guys,
everything that
I don't
we
have a
needed.
problem with it. If you guys wanted to let Shelby know that if he wants to, we can have a conversation. And if anybody screen captures the time where I said this, Shelby, I just want if you want to, just my biggest question is what actions did I do as a person that warranted you making that statement against me? Because I think I would have a better understanding. Because my whole thing is I can't change how people feel about me because you feel the way you feel, it's valid. But I just want to know for me as a person what I could do to make sure that something like that, so I don't make somebody else feel that way, or maybe I have to be more clear why I'm doing something, because you know what you feel could be valid, that's on you, but at the same time I just want to know where did we go wrong, because the last time Shelby and I had a conversation, it was a good goodbye. It was a good goodbye, and it didn't feel like a goodbye. It was a see you later. It was a text message, guys. Shelby and I were not best friends. We had one conversation over the phone, and that was it. And he just made it seem like we went somewhere else with our associate sort of relationship, whatever. So I just want to know what made him feel the way he felt, and after that, I'll tell him why I feel the way I feel. But I think I was pretty clear on that. So, yeah.
You know what? I think the perfect way to wrap this up is saying, you guys, everybody here, put the word out. We would love to hit us up on the timeline. Let us know who you want to see have conversations. Very transparent, open, honest conversations. I think Miracle's channel might be the perfect place to host this. It does seem to be like a good neutral ground. Shelby, Miracle, when you have your conversation with Shelby, you know, I could host that on, you know, we could host that on the TeaTime channel or wherever you want. We could host it on your channel. But so I think you guys hit us up on the Twitter and let us know who do you think needs to, or in the community section, you know, and add us all, because some of us might try to delete, you know, requests. And so let us know, who do you guys want to see have open, honest conversations with on this platform? We need a moderator, so, you know, we'll probably need to figure that out. You know, and we can.
Oh wait, Nicky, while you're saying that, I don't want you to think I'm trying to get out of it, but Nessa gave us some insight. He's going through some stuff with his husband right now the last couple of days. So guys, don't bombard Shelby with this. If he sees it, he sees it. When he's ready, he can approach me. If Shelby's the first person we have a conversation with, so be it. If Nick is still here, we would really like you to have a conversation with both Nicky and Chelsea. So let me know if you're down for it. But yeah. But just guys, give us suggestions on Twitter. Let us know who you want to see, which channel you want to see it. Actually, we'll figure out that stuff. But we'll have this will be a healing time because we're probably gonna be stuck in the house for the next 4 months.
We are. Like, without a doubt. Wow, our minds. They started off as one thing and ended up as something completely different.
We had different roots, basically. All right, so you have any other words? Because I'm cool.
I'm good. I think, I think we're good.
All right, guys, so we're going to say goodbye here. We love you so much. I appreciate all of you for spending time with us. I'm going to cuss Nikki out when I end up this call, and we're going to have a great old time. I'm not lying to you guys. Oh, Shelby's family. Guys, clarify, it's Shelby's hubby's family, so hopefully we'll wish them well. If you guys pray for them. If you don't pray, wish them well. Send them good thoughts, and you guys probably should pray. I'm not telling you what you do with your life, but you should probably pray. And then, I don't know why I'm rambling right now. That's nervous energy. Nikki? All right. I love you guys.
Bye.
And how do you end? Oh my God. I can't end it.
Why would it end?
Okay, I'm leaving. Bye.
Bye.
Ooh.